Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Huck here, and today we're going to be doing another rank live stream. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We're doing another live stream. I don't know what to say. I think I've done this over 200 times now. Welcome, everybody, here for the Thursday stream. We're going to be playing rank today. We're going to be playing Firefighter today. Again, I know. But I haven't played the new Survivor yet. I'm pretty sure she's out in rank, but I haven't played her yet. We're going to play her maybe tomorrow if I stream tomorrow. Otherwise, it's going to be Monday. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking. In the meantime, though, we're going to be playing with Firefighter guy. I really like him. I think he's a great survivor. And I recently heard he's going to be getting a buff, which I love. I really think he's this close to being good. He really is very solid. I love the fact that he has elbow pads. Essentially, elbow pads when you bounce off his balls. It's just they take a little bit of like a couple seconds to set up, so that's the biggest downside with him. I'm hoping that when they buff him, they're making it faster to inflate the ball or something like that, or just give him a third ball that he could get, which would be both really, really nice. Also, we have a little guest today. Everyone say hi to him. He's adorable. He's a biter. He's a very aggressive biter. He doesn't mean it, guys. He doesn't mean it. He just bites because he wants to. He's a very curious cat. What can I say? You guys remember the first time I brought him on stream? He used to climb on my shoulders. First time. Look at him. Now he's so big. We're gonna put him on my shoulder for reference. He doesn't fit. He doesn't fit anywhere. But he used to just be able to sit on my shoulder. That's how small he used to be. Oh, he's a cat. He'll be fine. It's like you look like Tommy in it? I hope not. Isn't he bald? Is Tommy in it bald? Or was that just a different guy that my brother was watching? Anyway, we're going to start with today's rank session. We have Dev with us today, and I don't really have anyone else. See, back in the day, we would normally invite Tato. Tato stopped existing, unfortunately. She decided bike rides are better, which is very true. They definitely are better. It's like, how skibbity do you feel? You know what? And when we got questions like this, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Alright. So, how often does he stream? I stream every Monday and Thursday. Sometimes I do more days. Usually those are going to be like Tuesday or Friday or something like that. I can't consistently stream weekends because every 2 weekends I'm at my dad's for his weekend. So, we can't always do that. So usually if I do extra days, it'll be like on Tuesday or on Friday, but normally I stream Monday and Thursday. Those are the normal days. And she is in rank. She is in rank. I wasn't completely sure. This is the first time I'm playing rank since the new update, and she is available in rank. I haven't tried her yet. It doesn't seem that confusing, honestly. It doesn't really seem like there's much to do, honestly, with her ability. It seems like the ability just triggers on its own, which I'm a little bit worried about. These kinds of survivors. We never really had a survivor that like force triggers an ability just from starting the game. That's the thing. I've always been a little bit skeptical of abilities that like kind of trigger without you controlling it. So Tide Turner is an exception to that, but even Tide Turner has this downside. The more prominent example is Weber's Law. When you get close enough to the hunter, the game thinks you're in pursuit and it will trigger Weber's Law, and you can't really control it. Sometimes you already have a window by you, so half your boost is wasted. It's just like vaulting a window or a pallet, so you're not really getting speed bonus because you're busy vaulting something else. So the animation isn't really sped up or anything. So I have that problem with Weber's Law, for example, and she has a very similar problem. The good news about Faro Lady is if you ever get teleported on, let's say Wooching Umbrella, or just worked on, or literally teleport on with a tray, it's great. It's great. I really like it because normally every single survivor would have a huge downside disadvantage because of the fact, what does this say? The Acrobat has 3 different sticky bombs. Sticky bombs reduce Hunter's movement speed. Nitro bombs reduce the game always gives you tips depending on what survivors are playing in the game. That's a really long tip. Oh shoot, where did the Hunter spawn? But yeah. Oh no, that's an opera singer. Oh boy. We might be in trouble, fellas. That's probably the best hunter in the game right there. Opera singer. Literally, it's hard to make a reason to play any other hunter, to be honest. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, this survivor is really, really great if you were to get teleported on or warped on, because normally every other survivor would have a huge disadvantage already being right next to the hunter, being forced to use pallets or windows already immediately without first having time to, like, walk away, you know, walk away from the hunter, give yourself transition time, because one of the best ways to kite hunters in this game is just having to walk. Just having to walk and the survivor running away from you, that slows down the hunter a lot. If you can't corner a survivor and they're constantly able to go forward without having to turn around or get closer to you, that's really the main way you stall time. And that's why Broken News is so good, because it really helps doing that, and most hunters struggle against that. And so in that kind of situation, if you get teleported on or warped on, you don't really have time to do that. The hunter's already on top of you. So you're forced to use your resources as soon as the chase starts, which is not ideal. But with Faro Lady, if that happens, you have just a free 10-ish seconds. I'm not sure how long it is. I think it's a little bit over 10 seconds of just invisibility time where the hunter's essentially not going to hit you. Basically. You could get a little bit unlucky, and that's another issue with Faro Lady, is that there's always the problem of being unlucky. That's why I'm not a fan of First Officer. Magician is an exception, because Magician makes a illusion that body blocks, so as long as you're good with the illusion, you basically guarantee that you're not getting hit. So Magician is wildly different from something like First Officer, because he creates a shield as long as he plays it correctly. Faro Lady doesn't really have that. First Officer doesn't really have that. So if you're ever trying to run past the hunter, or around the hunter, or in a direction anywhere near the hunter, or maybe they're just a super fast hunter and they're able to catch up to your walking speed quite quickly, and then they start swinging your direction. Maybe it's a Night Watch who's just sucking you in. Maybe it's an opera singer who's going really fast and predicting where you are. You get into some really finicky situations with this kind of survivor. But again, if you get warped on or teleport on, it's great. It's immediate value. And that kind of brings me into the second problem with Faro Lady. Is that, you know, I don't really like talking about the problems of new survivors. I love talking about new survivors problems, but I wish they don't have problems, because of course I'm a survivor, I don't really enjoy it when new survivors have problems, but yeah, she does have some pretty, maybe not major flaws, but these are annoying flaws about her, such as, like, invisibility. You could get unlucky. I think the biggest issue, though, is gotta be that when the chase starts, it triggers from so far away, you become invisible from 80 meters away, which is actually problematic. Because, like I said, the beginning of your kite, you just spend a lot of it running away from the hunter. You don't even spend it really kiting, you just spend it, like, running away from the hunter while they're trying to get closer to you. Before anything can happen, they have to get closer to you, so you're just taking advantage of that by running away and delaying that. You're not forced to use pallets or windows. In most cases, you can just stall it out until they finally start getting closer. And that's wrong with Faro Lady, is that you're already using your ability when you're anyway going to be getting time without the ability. And so by the time the hunter gets close to you or reaches you, your ability's almost run out. It's kind of the issue with Faro Lady. So we'll see again. If you get teleported on or warped on, it'll be very, very good. And honestly, that's a problem with, I think, every single decoder. Every single decoder has this problem where, like, even if the hunter doesn't chase you first, they'll have Quenching Thirst, especially if you're like a Mind's Eye or a Mechanic or something like that. Mechanic honestly sucks at decoding. No one's going to chase Mechanic. But something like a Mind's Eye, for example, even if they don't find you, they carry Quenching Thirst so that your highlighted outline is visible after 50 seconds. And yeah, then you get seen, you get teleported, and it's over for you. You're at a huge disadvantage. So at least Faro Lady has that going for her. You know, she is a decoder. She does decode technically faster because, I mean, it's kind of with like, hopefully we block. Nice, that was really close. I don't know if we still make this though. She's got full presence. She can immediately jump. Maybe, yes, we do make it, thankfully. So that was a little bit close. So we are stalling a good amount here. We're stalling a very good amount here. And it looks like I don't think she missed a dash. It's just, oh no, she didn't. Maybe she missed a dash. Hard to say for sure, honestly. But I don't know why she wasn't really dashing there. She definitely could have caught it up a little bit closer there. Not a hit, sorry to say. And let's try to use this garbage pallet. Unfortunately, this garbage pallet looks like it's already used. Hopefully we blocked her. We did not block her. And I don't know if we're going to be able to live here anymore, honestly. There's just too many things to dash on. And she's also going to use her 1000 presence here. As long as we stall out, which I'd say that was a pretty good stall. Of course, it would have been nice if that ball actually did its job, because that is like a huge problem with the ball, is that hunters who just go unfairly fast, which honestly, opera singers should not be able to go that fast. that's a whole nother balancing issue. I don't really think that's a problem with Fire Investigator. I think that's a problem with just the balancing issue on the depths part with this kind of hunter. Completely unfair how there's like a 0-second cooldown and ability that travels at that speed. But nonetheless, what are you going to do about it? You just kind of have to adapt. We just had to have used the ball sooner. Is the truth. Oh, little kitty's coming back. What's up? Oh, Cypher is primed, but he couldn't pop it. Okay. Alright. I'm not going to rescue. I'd prefer if Mercenary rescued, but I just say that so he knows that I'm coming, whether that be to the chair or the Cypher. We'll see what happens. Maybe by some miracle she leaves the chair and then he's actually going to be the one to pop. We'll just have to see what happens. Problem is, his chair is kind of close to die. So we'll have to hurry up. I'll even use the ball just to get closer. And she's gonna go after me. No, she's not. She's not. No. Okay, well now she went after me. No, she didn't. Okay, this sucks. We just have to pop kind of late, unfortunately. Hopefully he'll survive here, get that extra boost from the ball here, so that's gonna help us kite a little bit. We still have kind of the same issue though, where he's just not gonna be able to last long enough, because Upper Singer is not really a balanced hunter, to say it nicely. We'll definitely pick up the ball. If we want even a slight chance, we have to pick up this ball. Dungeon is here. She does have tinnitus, so I think she's gonna be scared to teleport here. Oh, okay, she has no balls. It's like, are we getting a Faro Lady stream on Monday? We might get it Friday. I'll probably stream Friday for you guys, since it is a brand new survivor. And I'm pretty excited. I like the idea of Faro Lady. I love when there's new decoders in the game. New decoders always excite me. Because it's a chance for something. It's a chance for a risk reward, which is something this game is always missing on. It never has like good risk reward survivors. I don't know if we're gonna survive here. This area has no pallets. We kind of just have to hope that she misses or does something like badly, but we don't have a shot here. There's no pallets at Graveyard anymore. Every single one is broken. Besides the one over there next to the chair, not behind the chair, on the left of the chair. I guess that one's not broken. But we don't really stand a chance there. If we go to the pallets, we're never gonna make it back to dungeon at that point. We would have to pallet stun. I guess I should think about this kind of stuff. If we pallet stun her, no, I don't know if it's gonna be enough. I don't think it would be enough. Maybe it would be because I do carry 15% pallet stun, but how do we also know she's not carrying anti-stun to counteract that? Plus she's gonna instantly speed up. I mean, it would have been a good shot, but I don't think we would have made it. It's just the dungeon's just too far away to the side. But yeah, I do like the idea of Faro Lady, mostly because she just speeds up. She doesn't speed up Decode. I should say this. She doesn't speed up Decode. She gives herself 10% increased Decode. Now, if she wants, she could steal Decode from another Cypher. I don't think that's gonna be as good of an ability, though. Unfortunately, the only time I'm seeing it be pretty good is when a hunter is camping a Cypher and you guys have to start a brand new server. That's great. That's really good, but it's not something that happens every game. It's kind of like with Prisoner. I guess at least it's something that happens more often than Prisoner's ability, because the issue with Prisoner is that to get value out of his ability, to make it worth picking Prisoner, you have to be able to finish a Cypher that no one has to walk to anymore. If you send Deco to a Cypher and you end up finishing your Cypher before the Cypher you're connected to, someone anyway has to go walk to that Cypher. And that's where you're trying to save time with Prisoner. That's where his time saving comes in, is that no one has to walk over to the Cypher if you finish it. But the problem is, it's very hard to do that, because the Cypher has to have significant progress, and if it has significant progress, chances are the survivor will probably finish it. It's very rare that a survivor gets like 80% on a Cypher and doesn't finish it. So that's kind of the problem with Prisoner. At least with Faro Lady, every Cypher you come across, you should be able to get 10% deco. Now, the one thing I'm scared about Faro Lady, there's another thing that happens in this game that I've never really talked about because it never really affects survivors. The only one this affects is Mind's Eye. And it's such a weird way that it doesn't actually really affect her, but it might confuse her. And by this, I mean that when people touch Cyphers, if people touch Cyphers at all, Faro Lady won't be able to get 10% decode. At least I'm pretty sure, because right here it says, somewhere over here, that if the decoding progress... Oh, never mind. Below 10%. Never mind. Scratch that. I was worried that it has to be like 0.0000. Infinity zero, but no, you can have it below 10%. So that, never mind that. And if you're curious what I meant by the Mind's Eye thing, Mind's Eye has a secret ability that the game does not tell anyone about. If a survivor touches a cipher and they leave it and it's not completed, the next time the Mind's Eye uses her cane, the cipher will light up white to show that someone touched that cipher. So if you guys ever play Mind's Eye and you use your cane and you're confused why sometimes the cipher shows up as white, it means that someone did that cipher. It doesn't tell you how much. It could be 90%, it could be 50%, it could be 0.1%, it could have been someone touched for half a second then immediately got off. Let's say like aeroplanes. Like aeroplanes touched it just to give it the cipher buff and then he got off because he wanted to do another cipher, right? Let's say that. That cipher would light up for Mind's Eye now. Now Mind's Eye might be a little bit more confused had she not been tracking ciphers. Had she not been tracking ciphers, then she probably would get a little bit confused. Mind's Eye, Faro Lady are not as similar as I thought. Still though, if someone does even 5% of the cipher, Faro Lady becomes a lot worse. Because Faro Lady is relying on ciphers being empty completely. That's where she's getting most of her value. The question is it faster than if you were just played... Let's say you played Prisoner, right? Prisoner has an increased decoding of 10% if you're on a connection. So let's say he is, right? And you're not sending decodes to anyone. You have just a 10% decode debuff. Sorry, decode buff on decoding. Is it faster? Is it faster to give 10% and then have a normal decoding rate? Or is it faster to have 10% faster decode but start at 0%? That's something I'll have to test. Right now I can tell you guys that it takes 81 seconds. It takes 81 seconds by default for Survivor to do a cipher. Oh no, we can't do the math right now. Okay, first, that's the kite. We're probably gonna kite here. Unless the hunter chooses not to go for me. Where is the hunter? Why are they not moving? Okay, there we go. It's a dream witch. I always get a little bit skeptical because if you don't see a shadow moving in either your direction or the survivor direction, 99% of the time it means it's a dream witch, which it is a dream witch. The other 1% is the hunter just disconnected. But it is a dream witch, but it's not going towards me. So let's see here. I can actually figure this out right now. So as the survivor who has 10% increased decode, it takes 81 seconds to do a cipher. If you're playing Prisoner, you do that cipher. How many seconds faster is that? You do the cipher 8 seconds faster, approximately. You do a cipher 8 seconds faster if you have a 10% decoding buff. Faro Lady, on the other hand, can give a cipher 10% and then she decodes normal. So how much time does 10% save? It should be the same because the math is just the other way. No, or is it not the other way around? Okay. I'm pretty sure they both actually save the same amount. Because if you give a cipher 10% faster decode, and then do at a normal rate the rest of the cipher, that should be the same as if you started at 0 but have 10% increased decode. At least that's how percents work. If you want to think of it like this is how I always actually think about percents when I see a survivor with a decode buff. This is like an easy way without even doing any math. Let's say Mind's Eye is doing a cipher and a normal survivor is doing a cipher. Mind's Eye decodes 23% faster. What that means is that when a Mind's Eye finishes a cipher, the normal decoder cipher will be 77%. How do I know that? Because Mind's Eye decodes 23% faster. It means that by the time she finishes the cipher, 100%, she will have been ahead by 23%. So, by that logic, Faro Lady and Prisoner, they should decode exactly the same. Assuming that Prisoner is not sending energy, assuming that he's on a connection, and assuming that the Faro Lady is not stealing decode of her own. So, should be the same. But I always like to double check these kinds of stuff. So Faro Lady and Prisoner should decode the same amount. Question is that worth it to make Faro Lady good? She's definitely a better kite than Prisoner. She's definitely a better kiter than Prisoner. 100%, no doubt there. The question is it good enough? I don't really know. I don't really know, but I think in terms of her decode role, and she just in general decodes faster, she is going to get teleported on a lot. She is going to get warped on a lot. Her ability really plays around those abilities some Hunter. So, we'll see. It's like a double-edged blade. It's really bad if the Hunter just walks after you because your ability will run out by the time they get close to you. I mean, maybe it's like a Geisha, though. Maybe it's like Geisha. Geisha would just immediately already be right on top of you, probably. So I guess Sergeant Hunters would probably be better. Yeah, like against Percy, I bet you. Percy's already on top of you right as the chase starts. Alright, so, you know, that's really interesting. The prisoner connection stays, but his charge disappears. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. I thought the charge around the cipher would stay, since the connection also stays. It's really inconsistent. The game is wildly inconsistent with these things. For example, batter balls stay. Oh man, someone was kind of I didn't even know. Does this change anything that I do? I probably would have still stayed by that cipher, hoping that they just leave. I don't think it really changes anything. I'm not gonna be able to do this cipher, unfortunately. Okay, we have 2 leeches there. There's no way. We have to find a leech remover, which I don't think there's any on the map. I'm pretty sure the prisoner might have died with a leech remover. Because we had... we can't survive that. That's just Dream Witch in a nutshell. Not much to do about that. Let's see, is there a leech here, though? There is. That's so annoying. I didn't know that. The prisoner circle is only for the cipher he is working on. It disappears when a connection is broken or he goes to a different cipher. That's partially true. That's not even completely true. No, if he does another cipher, I feel like such a nerd right now. If he does another cipher, as long as that cipher is not a connection, his old connection stays and the old charge around his cipher stays. So no, if he does another cipher, it actually depends on if that cipher that he's doing has a charge. You connect to 2 ciphers. If you do that cipher, right, it'll have a charge around it. You start doing the other one, that charge disappears, and then you get a charge on that cipher that's on the other side of the connection. If you do another connection, if you do another cipher that's not on a connection, the connection in the original slot that you first coded in stays. So that's not really what I'm confused about. What I didn't know is that the connection completely disappears. He never touched a new cipher, obviously, because you saw him die on the chair. He couldn't have touched a new cipher while he's dying on the chair. That connection disappeared. We weren't going to win this game, though, to be honest. We don't have a chance here. Last cipher is getting chaired on. We're not going to win. Even if I didn't get a double hit there with the blink, it would just stall the inevitable. He's going to permanently have a leech there at Birdcage, and we would never be able to do the cipher. We would maybe be able to do another cipher, but it wouldn't be that hard for the Dream Witch to bring another leech over to that cipher. And since that psychologist would be at half health, or was she at full health? I guess she could have tanked the leech in. If she ever brings the main body over, then she also can do that cipher. Because obviously the leech would not disappear after that. So yeah, it's not Subarus. It's not about, oh, he did another cipher machine, why did it disappear? It's that he died and he disappeared when he never touched another cipher. So that's what I didn't know. So yeah, her invisibility and cooldowns. I haven't yet checked out her cooldowns. That's a whole nother story. I don't really like this ability, the aromatherapy cane, where you just throw it out just to make it look like you're walking in that direction. Because from the hunter's perspective, they don't see where you are; they just see a blue trail behind you. When you're invisible, you can throw this and it creates a second blue trail. But the problem with this is unless you go in a perfectly straight line, the hunter can tell the difference between which one is the real you and which one is not the real you. Because the fake you will throw this out in a perfectly straight line. The real you, unless the real you also goes down a perfectly straight line, which I don't think that's going to happen. It reminds me of the old First Officer. Who remembers the old First Officer? No one probably remembers this, but back then, First Officer had an ability just like this. When you use the watch, the game force closes the hunter's eyes. Yes, the game literally makes the hunter's screen black for 1 second, and then it lights up again. And when that happens, the hunter sees 2 First Officers. He sees the First Officer that's created when the hunter's eyes are closed, and then there's the real First Officer. But the fake one always goes in a perfectly straight line, and when he touches a wall, he just starts standing there. And the old First Officer used to do that. He was so bad. He had no other abilities. That's literally all he did. He didn't have a delayed image. He didn't have tie turner when he got hit. You could literally tell which one was the real one and fake one. This character, at least this character has the default ability of just becoming invisible. Without using that stupid throwing your shadow thing across the land and hoping the hunter can't tell the difference. But That's what it reminds me of. I don't think it's that good of an ability. Unless there's like a perfectly straight area in front of you. So you throw it in front of you, and then you go perfectly right angle to the right, and then you stay still at that point. It's a 50-50. Maybe it could be really good, but there's very, very rarely is there a time where you have two directions where a hunter could not tell which one you went. Because for that to work, you have to have two directions where it is reasonable for you to go in a perfectly straight line. And it's very rare to happen. It's very rare to happen where, like, let's say straight ahead of you, there's no turns, and then on the left or on the right, there's also no turns. Like, no obstacles in the way or anything like that. So. Even the smallest tree will reveal you, so. We'll reveal which one's the fake and which one's the real, so. We'll see. So, are you excited for IVT? More nervous than excited, but yeah. I guess so. Hopefully we do well. That's what I'm hoping for. She secretly cracked trust. She does. At least she has that benefit over Prisoner where she could give herself faster decoding. But unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of like with Prisoner where it's like just reverse Prisoner. In fact, it might be harder to pull off in Prisoner, because Prisoner, you're giving decode to a cipher. And it's probably harder to find a cipher with progress than to find an empty cipher. Although Prisoner doesn't want to send decode to an empty cipher. He needs to be sending progress to ciphers that have progress on it, but got stopped along the way. So, a good Prisoner will not send decode to an empty cipher. But too often are there times in this game where there's a cipher you want to finish, not a cipher you want to take away progress from and start a brand new one, so that's the one issue. At least the connection can't be broken like Prisoner, though. I'll give her that. I think that was a good pom-pom. The only problem is that she has to use both here. You can't really use one, because then she'll jump after you and forces you to use the second one. Even if you dodge the cat, she can still change your camera and still jump towards you, so... What's up, Bree? Welcome. Bless you. All I did was drink water. 41%. Unfortunately, she's dead, so it looks like that pom-pom didn't allow her to escape that first hit. Or maybe it did, but the cooldown is pretty fast, to be fair. 10 seconds for an cat every time she cancels it. Is there a chair here? There must be a chair here. I don't know why she's carrying all this weight. A little bit interesting. We got 1% faster decode out of that. Okay, we're just gonna have to do another cipher. I'm not gonna be able to do the cipher. I could tell the rescuer to take over the cipher from me. Because here's the thing. You really want rescuers to take over ciphers like that? It's fine. If someone's rescuing, it's actually fine if someone gets shared on a cipher like that. I'll start a new cipher, and if the rescuer's smart, he'll realize that was my old cipher. He'll do it for me. Since he's anyway over there rescuing, he can get double value out of his time. Not only rescuing, but also get that cipher done while the cheerleader is running around with his high turner. So, not if he goes down, though. If he goes down, we're not going to be able to do that. So now we're in a lot of trouble. I don't know if we can still tie this game. It's going to be really tough. It doesn't really take Anne very long to hit their actual target. Just because the cats are built like that. They're just built different. So yeah, that cat is probably going to kill this cheerleader. She must have dodged it because she's still surviving here. So that's really good. We'll get every second counts right now. Yep, she must have dodged it because she canceled the cat. So that's huge. That's a huge deal. Normally she would be dead here like 15-20 seconds ago. Instead she's alive. Probably used the pom-pom and keep herself alive. So that was really solid. We're really going to need that. Unfortunately, I don't think that... Look, this is a really good rebound. It had the first option knock him down. I think we would be able to win this game. But instead, we kind of had to use those seconds to spend half of our time just healing. And the other half, at least I was decoding on the other half. But our other half of survivors were spending time healing, unfortunately. So, first officer should get his cipher done. Okay, never mind. I don't know anymore. I don't know, because I thought we would still have middle up, and then if middle is not done, then we finish that third cipher. I finish my fourth cipher, and then the last cipher would be that one. But if middle is done, and when middle is done, that means we don't have a last cipher, so we might be in trouble here. Painter took a hit for absolutely literally no reason besides getting his painting, trading a hit for paintings. Probably not going to matter because guess what? He's probably going to get blinked on. So that hit was actually more valuable than the painting itself. Chances are we need to decode another cipher machine. I hope he does the shed cipher and he's not coming to me. Because I really want to go pressure factory. I don't actually want to do the cipher right now. No. Okay, now we have the... I feel like we... I mean, I guess if Painter leaves, it's fine, but it is a little bit dangerous to have a half-health person do a cipher that the hunter wants to camp, so we'll see. The cooldown for automatic invisibility is paused when she's down. I don't know, man. I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me that too, Bruce. I don't know. I still think it's a nice ability if you get teleported on, and at least when you're alive, it's going. I'm guessing that when you get hit in Tide Turn, it also stops. I'm guessing, because back then, you had survivors like Seer and Enchantress who would still be getting their abilities while they're in the Tide Turner effect after they already took a hit, not before they took a hit. After they took a hit, they could still gain their abilities. So I'm guessing that's the same with her, that when she gets hit in Tide, it pauses it as well, so... I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about her. She seems a little bit weak for the risk-reward factor. Not really much reward. 10% increased decode for, I don't know, maybe occasionally getting like 25% increased decode as well. Again, like I said, it's like reverse prisoner. You actually don't get as much value out of decoding the further the cipher is. I'm actually gonna wait for the stun here and then we're gonna boost. Okay, hello. Today we learned Fire Investigator is not so good against body blocks. Woo! She didn't know about that though. She tried to charge her swing up ahead of time and it actually cancels it. Fire Investigator, today you failed me, man. We gotta run. We gotta run to this chair. Okay, now we're just gonna have to take a hit though. Hopefully Painter has a painting. It'd be really sad if he used every painting already. I guess he doesn't have a painting. We have to get out of here because she's about to put a cross on me. Okay, she put a cross on herself. Is she gonna blink me? If she blinks me here, it's over. Okay. What can we do here? We can't really do anything. We have to stay in this area. The furthest I can kite here is like next to these rock. Or like these pellets over here. I don't want to get any closer to him. Or else there's no way he picks himself up in time. There's no way at that point. There's also another problem. I rescued him after half, which is normally a good thing in this situation, because that means we would immediately get dungeon right now. Now, because he's playing Painter, we're not going to get dungeon, because he's still alive on chair, so I can't go for it. Maybe we still could, because I don't think we're... Honestly, I don't think we're going to make the gate. Yeah. Okay, so a little bit closer, but I think... Unless she teleported to the front gate. Okay, then we'd also be in trouble. Nope, she's right there. I see her. Okay. She doesn't know where dungeon is. She's just first checking to see if it's a shack, but we already know where it is. Just in case it's there and she... Because here's the thing, and that's a smart move from the hunter. In case we don't know where the dungeon is, she wants to find out. Like, she knows she's not going to beat us middle at that point. So she's going to hope it's not going to be at middle. And she's going to check shed, and then she has a 50-50 of it being a shack. If it is a shack, boom, she can already come from the direction of shack and basically prevent me from ever reaching a dungeon. But for us, we already knew it was a 100% chance of being at middle. But in her case, if you don't know where dungeon is, but you know the server can reach one dungeon location, it's better off just checking other dungeon locations if you're not going to be able to beat them to that one. I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick. Dude, the cat's breaking into the dog food and just eating the dog food. Alright. Oh, by the way, while I was in the bathroom, I realized that the ant couldn't have Blink there through that factory wall. She already switched to teleport. I just didn't notice it. Okay. Which would explain a lot, because had she switched later, like, you could say, oh, maybe she had Blink, but she wanted to save it for Trump card. It doesn't really make sense, because she could have just blinked me there instead of saving for Trump card. Why would it matter? She would have a 3-man right then and there if she used the Blink, which is... Teleport would do the same, except more risky, because you don't know where the survivor is if they're necessarily near the gate. Or not, unless you got vision on them somehow. Alright. These survivors remind me of when I feel like rescued and they feel good. Don't worry, even at this level. You'll see some mistakes here and there. I mean, Marv is not a survivor main. He's mainly been a hunter player. I didn't know that. Miki had to tell me that he's a hunter player. I didn't even remember that he played hunter a long time ago. My hair's not gonna stand still today. Bro, thinking about Identity 5 while on the toilet. I think about Identity 5 when I go to sleep. Not really like Identity 5 in general. Like, I'm not like oh, I'm gonna do so well tomorrow when I play rank. It's like the opposite. It's the complete opposite. When I go to sleep, I think of the past, so not even the future, and I'm also thinking about all the times I played bad. All the times I played bad, every single time I played bad, it just replays on my mind over and over and over. And I'm like, oh my god, what could I have done better? Sometimes it's obvious, other times it's not so obvious. And then like I'll think about it. Sometimes I'll come up with an answer, sometimes I won't, and then next day I will. Eventually I will. Then I'm gonna be like, ooh, I should try that. And that's how you become better at the game. It's a photographer. Should we just mind game him and hide behind the cipher? I've done this before. When the hunter literally chases. Sometimes they just don't. Sometimes they don't check behind them. Because from his perspective, when he comes from that side of the map, we know he's on that side of the map. When he comes from that side of the map, to his perspective, he's not going to see a survivor there unless he goes around the cipher and then turns around. So we'll just hope he doesn't turn around. There's really nowhere else to hide. Remember, you got to take every bit of mind game you can with this hunter. Every single thing you can think of just to slow him down. Maybe it slowed him down. Maybe he was searching for me. Maybe he took him like 30 seconds for him to find me. Because in normal situations, had I not done that, he probably would see me right away. So that slows him down a lot. Now it means that he's not necessarily going to hit all 4 of us in the camera roll now. So it really does matter. Every little bit really does matter. Ooh, the only issue is that he's cheering immediately, which is interesting. Which is a little bit interesting. I'm also a little bit scared dying by any cipher, because that means a teleport is just one death away. It would be really sad to die to teleport photographer. It does happen. It does happen, and I get rescued here. That's not really worth it. Now this guy just gets blinks on. Yep, okay. He just gets blinked on. I mean, that was a really horrible play from this painter. Horrible. Painter is now going to go on chair because of that, and I didn't really gain anything out of it either, because I'm already preparing, assuming that I'm going to go down. We're not really gaining decode out of it. And I'm not going to do that cipher, because there was a survivor doing that cipher. Of course, though, me not expecting someone's going to go down there. If I knew that, we would just go take the mercenary cipher, and then we would continue it, but either way. That really sucks. He didn't even get a painting out of that. I mean, maybe he did. Let's just hope he did. Maybe he somehow did. Maybe he looked at the hunter for a brief moment while he was rescuing there. I don't know. I don't think he's going to have time, though. If he can get, like, a 60% painting, that would be enough to keep him alive. Assuming he has window boost, which he does not have window boost. So that means, even though the flywheel looks good there, like, oh, he stayed alive because of the flywheel. Doesn't matter, because he's in a place where he will not survive. That's the problem with flywheels. That flywheel depends too much on you already being in a good area. It will not break you free. That being said, you could also say the same thing with Broken Windows. Like, well, to reach the window or pal, you have to use something, right? Right, you do, but you can't carry flywheel and Broken Windows. So I'd rather take the better case scenario. The better case scenario is that in the case you do reach it, you 100% survive. But in the case that you have flywheel and you reach it, it doesn't matter. That's the thing. With Broken Windows, it will matter if one situation happens. With flywheel, it doesn't matter if you miss it or hit it, you're still dead. So that's why I'm not a big fan of flywheel. Just too situational. And in moments like that, if you're not already right next to like a pallet, like, let's say he got chaired over there at back gate, and he had that pallet there, let's say it wasn't broken, he would flywheel to it, drop the pallet. That's great. That's great. He survives, and it's photographer, so it's actually kind of reasonable for him to survive. They're pretty reasonable, I would say. So, that kind of situation would be way better. In a situation that he's in the open, flywheel does absolutely nothing. So, maybe he could have flywheeled the blink. Who knows? Okay, he's definitely going to come in my direction here. He's not. Oh boy, he just cheered immediately, which means it's kind of risky. I was going to do reverse psychology. I was going to go die in graveyard. Because that's where he found me. And obviously I'm not there anymore. So, what do we do now? He's probably going to check the side. He's probably going to find me. Maybe I should have gone in top broken. But maybe he's not expecting me to be here at reception. Maybe it's more likely that I go run away to top broken rather than die here. Like, you got to take every single less likely approach you can with photographer. Anything that's less likely, I know this could just as easily kill us, but it's probably less likely to get found than if we went to top broken. Probably, I don't know. Our options are limited, let's be honest. Not a whole lot left to do this game. Our prisoner, or not prisoner, lawyer did end up getting the blink out. Not really gonna matter though, because no one can rescue anyway. I guess I'll have to go rescue. And it'll be after half, unfortunately. You know, if that photographer walks far enough away from the chair, the card trick will lead him to us. But for that to happen, he has to go all the way past church. And he'll probably not want to risk that, so. Chances are he's probably gonna not find us with the card trick, because the chair, it's kind of different. With Feaster, the tentacle will actually aim away from the chair. It will never prioritize the chair. But with Photographer card trick, it will target the chair. So if the chair is closer than actual survivors, it'll just point you in a direction of the chair. So let's see here. Maybe we can like bait him. Alright, I guess that works. But let's see, we're kind of in the same situation here. We'll make the rescue, but someone's gonna die immediately. Unfortunately, it was him. We do have to use another ball here. It's really sad. Maybe he'll just break and then we'll just pick up this other one. So it's fine. We didn't lose 2 balls. We only lost 1, so that's much better. That's at least a lot better. It's really sad. If that painter didn't do that, we might have had a shot here. Yeah, we gotta be careful here. He's probably in the camera world. He's not in the camera world. Is he in the real world? He's in neither. Okay. The moment we got a heartbeat is the moment he approached us. So he was really just walking up to us. Now there might be footsteps here. Okay, there are footsteps here. I think they're gonna run out though. Yes, they do run out. And let's see here. We could stall it out. I usually like to use these windows against Photographer, but since he's full presence, it's gonna be a lot worse to use them. Because he can always card trick back, and that'll just be potential for us to die. So we're not even gonna give him that chance. I'm not gonna use this pallet here. We don't really need it. We can just use the window instead. Save that pallet. Of course, though, you have to keep in mind, he still has his footsteps on that pallet, so I'm not going to reuse that pallet. We're just going to use a different pallet. And you guys can see his card trick is completely useless here. It doesn't do him anything. These footsteps should disappear. I'm pretty sure Confined Space disappears. It does not. Can I bounce? No! Oh, well. I need to go test this. I need to go test this with Fire Investigator. Because I'm so used to playing Mercenary that I'm so used to playing Mercenary that when I get close to a ball, I'm so used to having to go backwards to touch the wall, and then I have to go hold forward at the perfect time. I don't think you can do that. I don't think you have to do that, I should say, with Fire Investigator. With Fire Investigator, I'm pretty sure if you hold backwards, even when you get launched, I think it still pushes you forward. So I could literally be holding backwards there the whole time, and it should launch me forward there. So that was a mistake by me. It's like a muscle memory thing. When I play Mercenary and the wall's behind me, I have to move the joystick, and then the moment the elbow pad animation starts, I immediately turn my joystick to go the direction I want. Because if you don't do that, then what's going to happen is you're going to elbow pad backwards. Because the joystick is the one that decides where you go with the elbow pad. But with Fire Investigator, I don't think so. It doesn't look like that's the case with Fire Investigator. Pretty sure. Really sucks. I majorly miscounted Confined Space here. All the talking made me forget, honestly, that he had Confined Space in the first place. I think we saw that he had Confined Space. If not, then I can guess that. if I'm thinking in the moment, I can easily just be like, you know what, he probably has confined space. He's playing photographer, the worst hunter in the game on chase. You know, he probably will have confined space. So even though we never saw confined space, you could guess it, and guess what? He did have confined space. Should have seen it coming, honestly. And then we could have prevented that by using a different pallet at graveyard. It just so happens to be that from that angle that the pallet was being broken from, because like if you have the pallet broken from this side, like let's say Hunter breaks it from this side and you're on this side, well then now you can't really go to the rest of graveyard. So I could have remedied that by doing this. I could have gone on this side of the pallet, forced him to follow me this way, then I drop the pallet, then I hope that he breaks it from this side and he doesn't go around. And then we could use these pallets, then we'd be on the correct side of a graveyard, but I was like thinking that as I'm running to the pallet that, you know, we're probably going to be screwed because of this side of the pallet that he's on. So let's see here. We're probably going to get blinked here though. We're not going to get blinked here though. I'd love to reuse that pallet. Okay, we read him like a book. I don't think we make this. We don't make this. Let's try it out. Yep, that does work. That does work. You can literally just hold backwards, and it'll work. Okay, my bad. Note it to self. I've died a lot trying to do that, and I didn't know until now that you can just hold backwards and it'll launch you forwards. Even if you're holding backwards. Okay, so that's really good to know. Oh no, I think he wants to leave. I don't know why he's meowing. I think we're gonna reach this pallet, but he could swing through the pallet, so we have to be really careful here. Okay. You know what? We actually could have dropped there. I could have dropped there. I thought he'd be a little bit closer, but we actually could have dropped without him hitting us this time. I'm pretty sure. So that was a mistake by me. We didn't even have to. Also, that was a pretty easy palace. Just on top of that. None of it really matters, though. None of it matters just because of that really crappy start that we got with these really... We got some Mickey Mouse players. We just got some Mickey Mouse Survivor players. There's nothing else to say. Nothing much we can do. Yeah. Okay, what are we at right now? Yikes. Wow, I got +8 from this match? You're joking. I got +8 from a tie. That's crazy. Alright. I gotta go let the kid in now because I think he wants to leave. I don't know where he is now. Where is he? Okay, I guess someone already opened it for him because the door's open. Maybe he was he? Did I close him behind the door? No, I didn't close the bathroom. Okay. Nice. Got some events done. Tips on how to get past high rank, please. How to get high rank. It really has to do with just having a good team. You need to have a good team. You have to have duos, preferably a 4-person team, and they all have to be realistically good at the game. If you're not gonna be good at the game, then your progress is gonna be very slow. You just have to be good. There's no get high fast trick. Unless you're talking about Wii. But no, no. If we're talking about rank, you're not going to be able to get high fast. You need to have good players, and I mean, at that point, once you have good players, you have a good set of survivors who can kite consistently, rescue consistently. If you guys can get those two things down, you guys should be good. Because remember, the most important things in this game, you need to have a good first kite. It's very hard to rebound in this game because most chairs are just too far away from a powder window. You're probably not going to make it before the hunter hits you again, especially because hunters have berserker too. That if they carry that, there's almost no way you're making it to something like that. like a powder window anymore. There are ways to also remedy that. You can have companion effect, which helps a ton. It's been a game changer for rebounds. But that being said, you still need a pretty decently good area to survive after that. So that's why I carry broken windows, by the way. Broken windows will help you out of that situation. Is that a Minecraft shirt? Yes. But you just have to have a good first kite, and whoever rescues next. Did we get this painter already? This name looks familiar. I think we already got this painter. I need to block him. He wasn't the really bad painter, right? We've had 2 painters today. They've both been pretty bad. The one last game was really, really bad. Okay, let's see which game it was. It was the Arms Factory game. Who was that? That was oh my god. It was an N. It was an N. Was he really that bad though? I don't remember him being that bad. I don't have firm evidence that he was a bad player. So I don't think I'll block him, but still. People with S badges and non-meta characters always scare me. Because if that's the case, they probably haven't played like a meta character and played at the highest level. It always scares me a bit. Oh god. Oh boy, we're in trouble. We don't get a pallet boost now. We had to waste it. Okay, at least he swung there. That's gonna help a lot. I think I'm gonna do this just so his dash is useless. There we go. Okay, he is gonna go around. And he still is gonna go after me though. We have another garbage pallet. This is really bad. Okay, he missed his dash. Nice. Can this... Thank you for lighting up. Okay, he doesn't know how to destroy it. He thinks he can jump over, I think. This sucks. Oh! Okay, I don't know why he's breaking that. He could have just gone in direction of the pallet. Wow, that hits? That's crazy. A while ago, they buffed his hitbox for those hits, and to this day, it still surprises me. I know it's big, but it's like that, man. I don't think those are fair. I don't think those are legit hits. Okay, we have to be really careful here. Okay, he's probably gonna dash here. I don't think he can dash over this wall. I was hoping he'd follow me. Now we're screwed. Now there's nothing I can do. I was hoping he would follow me to that pallet, because if he's a hunter who knows how he gets kited, then he would know that a good survivor, what they do here is they let him break that pallet, then they go in this direction. And most persons are not ready for that, but if they are ready for it, you can technically dash before you check, and then you can barely hit them before they get around this corner of the box. But I was thinking he might know that and that he might already be prepared for it. So that's why I went around this side of the wall in case he were to do something like that. Unfortunately, he did not, though, so that was kind of a bad kite. It's really hard, though. We had a really rough situation, but I feel like I also could have played it better with these balls. I don't think I played it my best. It's always a little bit tough. Playing a new character against a hunter like Percy, it's a lot of it is just raw kiting. You have to learn a lot about raw kiting. Oh, we're screwed. This is an easy 1,000 presents. Okay, he's choosing not to use it. Ooh. That makes it a lot easier for me now. Hopefully he... I was gonna say he uses his 1,000 presents and we predict it. Right now, predict it? He didn't go for it. That is so annoying. That is so annoying. Who is this Percy? Why would he not go for 1,000 presents there? Any numbskull survivor would just vault right there, and he would get kited, and I would boost away, and we would stall so much time. That was the numbskull play to do. Of course, though, why would he play around that? He's just gonna go the numbskull move of just swinging. Hopefully, he just doesn't ball. I really hate that they're healing me. I'm gonna die immediately here. I'm dying immediately because he healed me. I hate people who have no game sense. With Percy, you have to have good game sense. This guy just doesn't have game sense. If he had game sense, he would know that he doesn't actually want to heal me, because then that allows the Percy to start the next chase quicker. Okay, that doesn't really do anything. I guess it stalls. He's gonna dash here. Magician, of course, doesn't know. Why would he know? How would he know, guys? How would he know? Okay, we're in a good position here, but chances are he's not going to go after me anymore, because these windows are Percy's downfall. Windows are how Percy gets really messed up. We got this ball here. At any point, I could have reused this ball for a boost. Unfortunately, though, Percy's not one of those hunters that we can boost away from without him easily just catching back up. So we can't really do that this game. Once we use the ball, it's kind of stuck there, and we're not going to be able to return back unless he leaves. That's the problem. Okay, no one's... Of course, why would anyone communicate that they're getting chased? Why? Why? Is that even necessary? Why would it be necessary? He hits me. That's perfect. That's all we needed. We're lagging a bit. It's not good, though. We do have this ball. We do have the ball. Okay, I'm a little bit scared here because he might catch up to me. That was really scary. I think I missed. Ah, no, I missed. I'm so used to the ball having low range that I didn't even think about overshooting it. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm thinking a normal Percy player who is thinking about what their Survivor player will do. A good Percy will be thinking about what their opponent do and play around what their opponent will try to do. So that's what I expect him to do at that pallet. So he probably has it off of cooldown again, but... Okay, we have the window boost to work with now. This window is going to break, though. Interesting that he's vaulting it. He didn't have to vault that, because the next time I vault that, it would just immediately break, and then he could just walk right through, so... A little bit weird. We are going to die here, though. Okay, so at least we stalled there. Made sure that the... little bit weak on the Cypher kite. The first kite was a little bit weak. We had some really bad pallets. I think we could have played a little bit better with the ball. Because that ball was really awkward. Like, he destroyed the pallet. It was still solid, because the ball led to the other ball. But I don't know why he broke that ball. I don't know why he broke the second ball. He could have just gone through the broken pallet and should have known there's nothing I can do to walk through the ball. Like, Survivors can't walk through the ball. So he didn't have to break it right there. It's like Magician Illusion. If a Magician leaves an illusion around the pallet or like a narrow entrance, and then you go around it and then he tries to reuse that same narrow entrance, the Magician will not be able to walk through if he did it correctly. Because if he can walk through, then 99% of the time the Hunter can also walk through. So, I mean, it is technically possible. It is possible because Hunters have barely bigger hitboxes than Survivors. It is barely possible to make the illusion able to have a Survivor go through, but not a Hunter. But it's a very pixel perfect thing. If you could aim illusions better, it would probably be more realistic. Maybe if you played Magician for many, many years, and you know exactly every narrow entrance in and out, like how wide is it exactly, for you to actually know how far to the side you have to go so that you can walk through it, but that the Hunter can't. It's really hard to know that. Maybe it's easier than I think it is, but no. There's too many times I've been fooled by, oh, there's no way the Hunter walks through that, and they do. There's a lot of times you think that, and they actually still do, so... It's a very precise thing. I think I've had one time, though, where I walked through an illusion, but the Hunter couldn't. And I really lucked out there, because I just hoped that you could walk through, and that the Hunter just assumes that I made it so that you couldn't walk through, because what a lot of Hunters do with a good Magician, kind of like with a good Percy will expect the Survivors to vault when there's no other option left. Like let's say you don't vault and you stand at the window and he doesn't use his charge sword like he did right there by the windows, then I would die. But I'm expecting him to expect me to vault because that's the numbskull play, and if the Percy's thinking ahead of time, he'll expect me to do what it looks like I've been doing the last few seconds. So, again, maybe he predicted my prediction at that one pal. Maybe he predicted that I would predict his 1000 presence, so he's like, alright, I'm gonna guess that he's thinking that I'm gonna use a sword, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna walk after him. He's gonna feel really dumb that he didn't vault this pal now. And I definitely did, but... I don't know, man. It's very rare you come across players like that. I think if this was China, even if we played in China, the chances of that happening, of you finding an opponent that's like predicting a prediction that 99% of players will not predict even in China, I don't know, man. I don't think it's likely to happen. It would have to be, it has to be, the thing is, for a Hunter to do that, they have to know that their Survivor player is smart. You can't just be doing that against every Survivor player, because every Hunter player is just going to assume the Survivor is done, unless they personally know the Survivor, which is a little bit scary, because I played this game for many years. I have a YouTube channel around it. I've been in Call of Abyss. People will know my name. And they will know that I know a lot about the game if they watch those Call of Abyss matches, even if they don't watch me play. So, there's always like this one little thing that, at the end of the day, I sometimes think about this, but it probably isn't the case, that anyone who knows me will have a slight advantage knowing that I will expect the smart plays out of my opponents and play around and make them just look like fools, basically. So we'll see. In something like Call of Abyss, with top Chinese players going against other top Chinese players, I guarantee you those hunters face those survivors in rank. So they'll have an idea of how good is the survivor at the game. How well do they predict the hunter? How well are they at game sense? Do they need to be told what to do, or can they think for themselves? And that's especially apparent for kites, because on kites no one can really tell you what you should do, because they're not watching you kite actively. They can't. They have to do the survivor. They have to play their own character. That's the biggest teller. Is a person able to think for themselves? If they can think for themselves on the kite in a high tense situation that only you have matters, it's like a matter of seconds to decide, then they're probably not that good at game sense either. That ball is too far away, so that if she mirrors me, I wouldn't even be able to reach it. I need to have this ball right next to me so that if I get mirrored on, I will not take a free hit here. If I try to set up the ball mid-mirror, it's not going to inflate in time. I'm going to take a hit. So we'll see. But yeah, for players who know other players, like in Call of Abyss, that's the thing about Call of Abyss. For NAU, it feels like such a high-tense situation. You know, they never really get to compete in these big tournaments, see these other teams. Literally, it's once a year. But these other teams, it's just another tournament for them, because they're already paid. They're already paid to play the game regularly. The Call of Abyss is just a bonus for them, which really sucks for NAU. Not only do we have the disadvantage of not really facing our opponents, so that we're not really well equipped on how good are they with their hunters. We're just kind of stuck with, okay, let's just do what's normally good against this hunter, and you know, sometimes they may have a trick up their sleeve, maybe something you've never seen before, and it'll get you one time, and that's all that matters, is if you lose one time to it in Call of Abyss, and then you're out. But had you known about that trick, had you seen it before, had you gone about against it more often, you would know about it, you would remember it, so it doesn't get you the next time you see it. Like, let's say it's an ant player, and like they miss the cats, but they know how to jump to you. That's a classic trick that every hunter knows how to do nowadays with ant. But if you don't go against it, it might not be so normal for you. Yeah, we're not gonna bounce off that. Fire Investigator just really sucks against Blood Queen. There's not a whole lot to do. Okay, looks like there's a wall in her way though. Perfect. No! Are you kidding me? I mean, I was thinking that might happen, but there's nothing I could do about that. I mean, we could like go a little bit further away and hope that doesn't hit us. Yeah, we're kind of screwed here. She Vulcan. She used the mirror anyway, and then the ball launches me into the wall. I hate how the joystick... That's a great example of the joystick not working in my favor. I think earlier I showed you guys that if you hold backwards, it launches you in the direction your character is like facing, depending on the angle of the ball. That's good for us. In a situation like that, that was really bad. That we cannot control the ball direction with the joystick. Because whatever direction I was looking at, that's the direction it launched me. Even though I was holding my joystick in the direction of where I want to go, it doesn't change anything. It's all about how you angle yourself off the ball, unfortunately. The good news is I'm pretty sure that server has a lot of progress, and if we don't get farmed here, we can at least stall a good amount. 15 seconds is how long the next mirror will take. And with that magnet stun, it means that we can also leave this area. Now we don't have to stay here. Okay, which means she actually knows that. She knows that there's no way, no shot in hell is she going to knock me down and still guard the Cypher. So she's just going to go straight up for the Cypher. Okay, the only problem is I've been on chair. I don't know if I want to do another Cypher. I think I will do that Cypher though. I was thinking maybe not, but she seems pretty hard committed. Mercenary will survive here, so we can play a little bit safer here. We can use a little bit more time here just to play safer. Is the second ball going to do anything for me this game? Honestly, it might though. It honestly might. It might like get a... It might get a dungeon escape, you never know, but... It's not gonna be good. Firefighter really sucks against Blood Queen. You have to have the ball ahead of time already set up. Which is so bad. It's so bad. Because if you don't have it set up ahead of time, it's just like with Dancer, actually. It's sort of, I was thinking she might do that, but I didn't think she'd immediately do it. Come on. No, I didn't mean to touch it. Oh, I wanted to get ready. Oh, man. Does he not have any elbow pads? I guess he doesn't have any more elbow pads, and I think this might be game. Because I revealed myself. She knows where I am. Okay, I guess she didn't look at me, though. So now I can maybe sneak a rescue in. I feel like that Blood Queen was thinking ahead, and she would have just checked to see where I am, and then known that since Mercenary's already gotten hit, it means that it's perfectly safe to chase the Fire Investigator. Maybe she's afraid that he'll still make it. I don't think he would make that. We can do this just to speed up the rescue, just so we have a chance at rebounding here. Just so she's not as close to us when we do the rescue. I have a feeling she's just gonna go after me, though. Okay, or she's just gonna stay in between, and neither of us can really do anything. I have to have this ball set up ahead of time. It's so inconvenient. It's so inconvenient that I have to set up my ball like that. If I don't do it earlier, then she is gonna mirror on me. I'm not gonna be able to bounce off in time before she hits me. Because of the ball. The ball takes time to inflate before you can bounce off of it. You have to wait. If you don't wait for the ball to inflate, you'll just get pushed back by the ball, just like the Hunter. So we don't really have an option. I'm gonna do the exact same thing here where... Seriously? Okay, at least we glitched through. We need to make this before she teleports, at the very least. Just so she doesn't teleport on the chair. I don't think teleport is up. I think teleport has like 15 seconds left. Now like more like 10 seconds. Oh no, I didn't mean to ping that. I just meant to walk. We might be screwed here, guys. Okay, she actually doesn't know where I am. Which means I should keep walking. She can't find me. The power of perspective. The power of perspective. That's the power of perspective, guys. It looks really dumb from the survivor side. And on the Hunter side, she has no idea I'm here until she checks the other side of the grid. So now she'll know. She still doesn't know. How would she know? I'm gonna run for it now. There's no point of still walking. Yeah, she doesn't know. She has this tinnitus. She's afraid I'm at the gate. But I'm not. Oh no, Mercer gets teleported on. It's over. That Mercer's not gonna be making now. We don't have any progress on this gate. We have 0. There's no way he survives for dungeon, even though the tension's not up. Maybe I should have stayed there. Maybe I should have stayed there, because when we give her tinnitus, she's more inclined to not teleport, and that is our one chance at tying this game. So that was actually a game sense mistake from me. Even though it's the correct choice. I made the correct choice in terms of kiting. To leave the area as soon as she misses her shot. Once she misses her shot, that's your shot to leave. But in this game sense situation where we have to abuse tinnitus, even if I'm in a bad area, we have to abuse tinnitus. So that she doesn't teleport on the Mercenary. That is our only hope. I know it means that we could get spotted and then give a free hit potentially, but it's better than the Mercenary getting teleported on. That's basically a 0% chance of tying out the point. So that was actually a mistake by me. Not really a mistake anyone would really blame you probably for. Not really something people would think about. Hell, that Mercenary, that Blood Queen doesn't even realize it. That if she had tinnitus there, she'd probably stay. It's more like something that's like, oh, tinnitus is gone and they're not at a gate, so I'm gonna teleport away. It's like something you don't really think about in retrospect. Where like, well, what if I still had tinnitus? Would I still teleport? It's like, so we kind of made it easy for her. So, oh well. Again, hard game. If you have... Man, Priestess on Arsaku is such a horrible pick. Really bad server to go on Arsaku. That being said, she's again, same problem as Fire Investigator. In theory, can counter Blood Queen. In theory. But in practicality, that's never going to happen. Because when a Hunter sees you by a wall that you can portal through and go across the map, they're just not going to use their mirror. They're going to chase you out of there first, and then use their mirror. So, same thing with Fire Investigator. A good Hunter will see you're setting up the ball ahead of time. And it's not really a mistake to do that, because if I don't do that, I'm also going to get hit. She knows that I have to, well, maybe she doesn't, but It doesn't really matter what she knows or doesn't know. All that matters is what I know. And I know that I will not survive if I don't set up this ball. And I'll just hope that she thinks that she can still hit me if I have the ball set up. But a normal Blood Queen who's good at the game and good at their character. I probably shouldn't say good at the game because you can be good at the game but not at character. But good with their character. If they're good with their character, they're going to see you set up the ball. They're going to know that that's your ticket to escape the mirror. They're going to first chase you away from the ball, then use their mirror. So, that's kind of the problem there. I hope you get number 1 Fireman. I hope so too, but it's kind of tough. We haven't really been getting good matches today. Blood Queen is going to be really tough for Fire Investigator. We could still tie, technically, if we had other stars that were better at kiting Blood Queen, but then she would just go after me is the problem. At least I would make it. I don't know, though. I don't know. Do we have any free hits that game? I don't really know. At least we're getting some points for being cross-platform. In my opinion, having a Hunter on PC is literally no advantage. I don't think it's any advantage at all. The only consistent advantage a PC player has is that when they approach a pallet, they don't have to spam their finger in the spot where they think the button's going to show up. And then if they end up missing it, they're actually taking longer to break the pallet now because they have to go to actual spot to break the pallet and then press it there. On PC, you can instead spam the button to break. And that way, that's way simpler because it's not a spot that changes. Your keyboard stays the same. All you have to do is walk up to the pallet. On mobile, depending on how far you walk away, the button will move with it. So, same with Lizard. I don't think he's a good option. Just because people say Lizard is a good option on PC does not make him a good hunter. To me, it matters literally zero. That you're a Lizard on PC, I could care less that you're a Lizard on PC. Because first of all, you can do everything that a PC Lizard can do on mobile. Alright, so there's no reason a mobile player Lizard cannot do what a PC player Lizard can do. Especially now that they made it so that you can control the camera while in the midair. So, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think you can learn. Yes, it's harder. But it doesn't mean it's not possible. So, it's not like I'm going to be playing against Lizard expecting them to be more accurate with their dashes just because they're on PC. I'm going to expect that out of mobile too. I'm going to expect the worst case scenario. I'm going to expect them that they know their character. They're playing an off-meta character. They have to know how to play their character to its fullest potential. So if you're playing Lizard on mobile or on PC, I don't care what you're playing on. I'm going to expect you to play that character at its highest peak. And at the end of the day, with Lizard, the way you counter Lizard is nothing that a PC player can control. You go in buildings with ceiling, even tall walls where the Lizard cannot really see where you are and they're just kind of left guessing. PC will not help with that. PC will not help. The way you counter Lizard will not help to fix that just because you're playing on PC. It'll help if the survivor is not in an optimal area, I guess. But again, a Lizard who plays on mobile, very good with their hunters, will be able to deal with it just as easily. So I don't really consider that a factor for those two reasons. First of all, anything a Lizard can do on PC, they can still do that on mobile. Yes, it's harder, but you can still do it. So that doesn't mean I'm going to play worse against a Lizard. They're probably not going to hit their jump here. I always assume that they're going to be able to hit their jump. I'm never going to assume that they're going to jump and hit a wall along the way. And if they do, I'll just take advantage of it. You know, that's way easier than to just hope that they miss their jump. If they miss, then you'll take. But if they don't miss, then you have to expect that they will miss. So. And the second thing is, if you're in a good area to counter Lizard, the way you're supposed to counter Lizard, it's not going to matter if they're on PC or not. It literally will not matter. So, I don't really think it matters. I feel like the only hunter who will matter is Dreamwitch. Literally, will actually matter. Because I do feel that no matter what keybind setting you have on Dreamwitch, because of how many buttons there are to interact with leeches, you need one to switch leeches with, you need one to have your trait, obviously, to attack with. That kind of hunter will get affected by PC, no matter how good you become at PC. Because it just takes more time to reach the button. Maybe you can get really fast, but at the end of the day, I don't think you can get as fast as, like, let's say a mobile Dreamwitch player who just memorizes it. It's literally just a flick of their thumb. So, again, you probably could get very close with Dreamwitch. But Dreamwitch is, like, the one hunter who I can seriously believe PC will be at disadvantage for. I don't think PC will benefit a lizard at the highest level of the game that much. A mobile lizard should also be able to do that. Is the mic too quiet? I hope the mic is not too quiet. You've kited lizards at that one area and you're faking it because of that ceiling. The ceiling makes a huge difference. At that point, you're just gonna need a very precise jump to jump over correctly. It is possible, and you can do it on both PC and mobile, but it's gonna be very, very difficult on both sides. I don't really think it's gonna make much of a difference. It really sucks that I touched this cipher. There's no... I could have sworn there used to be a locker there. Did that change? I could have sworn there was a locker here. Okay, now that means I'm stuck with a polarity, which really hurts. Don't lag, bro. What is he doing? Stop doing that. No, don't lag. Don't. What is he doing? Okay. I don't know if we're gonna survive, because I kind of got slowed down there by lag. Okay, what is he doing? Does anyone know what my man is doing? Where's he going? He just straight up left. Okay. He just straight up left. That was a really weird series of events. I don't know what happened there. I know what happened there. He decided the Survivor's just too good. Survivor just knows how to counter him. Survivor realized tall walls equals, yo, hey, there's nothing you can do. So then he's like, I mean, I could chase this good Survivor and lose the game. Because he knows he's losing the game. Obviously. Obviously we're going to win if I'm petty, right? But he sees Perfumer and he's like, and now he's going to eat up Perfumer. We're gonna let that be, alright? You guys know what I meant. Fire Investigator, though, too strong. Too strong of a counter. It has nothing to do with Fire Investigator, though. It's just if you know how to use the areas against Hermit. That's the biggest thing. If you know how to use the areas against Hermit, it doesn't really matter your Survivor at that point. There are Survivors who make it easier. Like Patient, if you're playing Patient, it's easier to break free by hooking onto a tree and then getting behind some tall wall away from the Hunter. He makes it a lot easier. Then, like, let's say you just having to walk there by foot. Definitely gives him a lot more options to shoot you before you reach that wall that's far away or something like that. Forces you to use options closer to you. Maybe those options closer are not that good. Looks like this Perfumer's eating him up, though. What did I take that back. She's eating him up crazy. Look at the Perfumer go. Using Hospital. I don't even know how she got in Hospital, but look at that. Abusing Hospital. Hermit changed his mind. He changed his mind. He's like, Fire Investigator's no good. Perfumer knows how to use Hospital and use tall walls. I changed my mind. I'm gonna go after this prisoner, because we all know prisoners are cheeks at the game. Never mind, the Perfumer decided to become the prisoner of this game, so... Ooh, I'm kind of scared of a teleport here or a warp. We would just die on the spot. He has full presence. I don't know if we live. Okay, so... Did he lose his target? Did he genuinely lose his target, or is he just confused where they are? So, Perfumer's still in Hospital. He just lost a Perfumer. In Hospital. Okay. Because their outline only shows up if you escape pursuit. Assuming you're also running the trip. Which I don't run on my Survivors because it's so useless. When is that ever going to happen? The Hunter would have to be dumb to lose their target. Which happened right there. Let's definitely heal up. Definitely heal up. I think this is a good call from the prisoner. Let's just hope no one takes a hit. Because if someone takes a hit, we all take a hit. That means the healing progress is reset. That means we waste more time on healing. I think she's going to get hit here. Oh, that would suck. No, she stunned him. Okay, phew. That was close. I was scared there. Okay, now let's hope... I don't think... At this point, I'm pretty sure she is going to get hit here, though. I'm surprised she survived there. Now I'm thinking that she will get hit here. When she gets hit here, prisoner's healing will reset. It's going to waste a lot of time. But if we can get this heal off, please... Oh, that was close. Maybe it's not that close. Maybe she's in a crazy good area against her. I'm not even realizing it. Okay, we do have that useless pallet there. The option's there if we ever need it. This pallet is still here as well. We have a lot of options. Kind of a sad flywheel. Okay, I'm expecting like a 1000 presence here. I'm expecting him to YOLO it and go on the Cypher. He did use the presence ability, but he did not go after us. Cyber Machine Prime, and everything. That explains a lot, doesn't it? No wonder this random seems so good at kiting, huh? Never mind, we do have a prisoner among this team. A second prisoner. The brain of a prisoner. Now you're allowed? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Bree, for the input. Okay, the good news is Mercenary, I, and Prisoner will all survive a hit. But it is going to be a little bit sad. I am sending energy to this gate, which is actually good in this situation, because that's the gate he's pressuring right now. If we can open that gate for free, whew, then they'll just be able to walk out. In this situation, it's actually very good that he connected the gate. Because the gate with less progress is the gate he can't camp. So it doesn't matter that it has less progress. Now we're going to be able to finish it. It's going to be kind of close, though. I'm hoping this chair will just last long enough. As soon as we pop that gate, this gate will also go normal speed. Exit gate on the other side is open. I love that they added that thing. Super nice. Love that. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to try not to leave, because that way if Mercenary gets red and he gets hit, he'll survive here. Okay, not even necessary. There we go. This, honestly, I wasn't sure that was going to be a tie. I could have seen that being a tie. But the Hermit was trying to play safe. They were trying to camp his kill. Fortunately for him, the survivors just YOLO'd it out the exit gates. It was kind of like a guessing game at that point for 100. He could choose to leave and hope no one was staying nearby, or he could choose to camp and hope someone stays nearby. Well, thank you so much, Dayab. I appreciate it. Psyche, how to use that pallet between statue and hospital to do a 3-cipher kite? That pallet between statue and hospital. There is no pallet between statue and hospital. You mean that garbage pallet? You mean that garbage pallet right in between? Like, literally in between. That's the only place I can think of that's in between. He's bilingual? Well, I am bilingual, but not in Spanish. Not in Spanish. In comparison, Spanish is not much, but... Hey, I had some people come to my work asking me questions in Spanish, and it wasn't pretty. Why am I banning Hermit? Oh no, my brain just turned off. Oops. Don't ban Hermit, no. Don't ban Hermit, that was an accident. Oh, hold up, Spanish skills? I'm guessing that's past tense. I rescued you. I don't know why. I don't know, I forgot what Segun means. Why I didn't rescue you? Why? Wait, crazy? Wait, I actually got it right. What does Segun mean? Segun. If you want to and still lose, crazy coming out of a dragon player. That's how you know they know nothing about this game. Anyway. Yeah, that one pallet. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that pallet. That pallet's garbage. Don't use that pallet. You're not gonna kite there. I guess the one way you could kite there is if you, first of all, pallet on the under. And then every single time after that. It's a free win, it's IE food. Will he give it for free, though? I remember a long time ago, there was this one hunter who used to always give us free wins when we matched with him. Dude, that dragon player... it's an instant loss if you don't ban Hermit. This guy knows nothing about that. That is insane. That is insane. Listen, if he was like a griffin or like some saber-tooth, I would pardon. Like, seriously? I'm gonna assume that this hunter is not going to play safe. I think he's gonna try to kill us all, so I'm just gonna assume the worst. Okay, so he already went straight for prisoner. I had no idea, because why would he ping? Why would he ping? Hermit is the best, guys. Why would you need to ping? Forget about saving, go for the top. I'm very happy I did not assume the hunter was being friendly. Are the survivors trying to be friendly? Did you mean it the other way around? Are the survivors giving the hunter a free win now? Oh man, that's really bad. Dude, watch this dragon player come over to the stream and gonna be like, with his Discord mod fingers, Hermit is so good, he's uncounterable. Every time he uses his ability, you cannot counter it. It's just a guaranteed stun followed by a hit. Everyone dies, everyone takes damage, everyone dies at the same time. No one decodes, the end. That's like something like, yes, all of those things are true, but that's like something that someone who doesn't actually see practicality, who doesn't actually play the game and try to figure things out, who don't see the full story. Those things that the people say about Hermit, it's technically true, but it doesn't actually work. It doesn't actually work. When you put it on paper, it sounds good. In practicality, it does not work. Just because there's a lot of areas with tall walls here. There's a lot of areas with tall walls. The sending progress to each other, it doesn't actually slow down progress by that much. Because what a good survivor does is a good survivor memorizes what cipher they're connected to. So then after they finish their cipher, they just go to the next cipher that they were connected to by Hermit. And then they just do that cipher. So they don't actually lose any progress. The only time they would lose progress if their cipher's connected to 2 ciphers. So then you can only do one of them next, obviously. So, of course, you would not be able to do the cipher, both ciphers in that case. So yeah, it's like a lot of things that, like, on paper, Hermit seems really good. He slows down decode. He has these unavoidable abilities. In practicality, it's not that they are avoidable. It's that he doesn't really have a good time to use them against a survivor who's playing optimally. And plus survivors who know how to decode. It's like a matter. It's like the ultimate test of game sense. The ultimate test of game sense is, does a player know how to counter Hermit? Because Hermit tests not just your kite game sense. It's like a hunter who... He's like a hunter who you're not going to counter by spamming your survivor abilities. That's not how you're going to win against him. You're going to win against him by just having game sense, by knowing what counters him in terms of areas. So you've thought about the area, you know what area benefits a hunter, you know what area worsens a hunter. So if you know these kinds of things, then it doesn't matter what survivor you're playing at that point. Of course, some hunters don't work like that, unfortunately. Some hunters, you kind of forced to use abilities against, like Blood. No area is going to fix the problem against Blood Queen. You have to be a good survivor at that point. But Hermit is very much the opposite. Similar to Wax Artist, honestly. But I think Wax Artist has survivor options that also do well against him, like Patient. But here's the thing about Patient and Mercenary. The thing about Patient and Mercenary is that they're not going to counter Waxers by just using your ability. You have to use your ability by reaching another area that counters Hermit. Sorry, not Hermit. That counters Wax Artist. That's how you're going to beat him. Not just by spamming abilities. It's not going to work. Can I not lag? Thank you so much. He at least gave a tie. It is food. Thank you so much, food. I appreciate it. Why am I liking that lack of game sense player? So yeah, if you think Hermit is a great hunter, it's really just a lack of game sense. If you know how to kite in this game without abilities, you will know it has to do with hunters having strengths and weaknesses depending on the area they're in. It's less so about the survivor, more so about the area they're in. Guys, that's why Wheel is so good on Ever Sleeping that even if you carry Flywheel, it's a struggle. It's not because Flywheel counters Breaking Wheel. It's the combination. It's the combination of both, where it's like anytime a Wheel could potentially catch a survivor in a weak area against Wheel, they escape it with Flywheel and then go to the next good area. But on something like Ever Sleeping, there's nowhere to go next is the problem. So that's why it works so well. It's just like it's like a lack of understanding. I'm not sure why they banned Hermit, get you out of it, so they continue to die to Sangria Fest. Okay, to be fair, Opera Singer is a really tough hunter. Opera Singer though is another hunter though. It's like honestly it is kind of with abilities, but a lot of Opera Singer has to do with just knowing like what pals and windows are slowing her down. Like, yeah, you're not going to do a 3-cipher kite, but at least you will slow her down if you know the right pals and windows to use. People come on here on stream, they ask me, like, how do you 3-cipher kite Opera Singer? The truth is you really can't. What you can do is you can make your kites last way longer, at least, by using pallets and windows that she cannot easily go around and hit you at the moment you vault it. So that helps a lot. Obviously, that prisoner did not do that. I don't even think that prisoner dropped that factory pal. I think he ignored it, tried to use the wrong window that she can easily go around. If he just used the other window, then she'd be forced to vault it. This is like what I'm saying. That you could at least make your chase way longer by knowing stuff like that. If it was Geisha, let's say, then going to that window when she's that close to you and not in hit recovery probably wouldn't be good because she'll dash right next to you and over the window. So that would be an example of not to use that window that's really good against Opera Singer, because it's not good against Geisha. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It has to do with game sense on kites. Game sense can still be on kites. You need to know what areas work well in the situation you're in right now. Maybe the hunter just got stunned, right? And it is Geisha. So you go for that window, not because it's good against Geisha, but because now you have space to do it, so that even when she dashes over it, it's not like the hunter's right next to you. You'll still be fine. And that's what I like. I would give that to Novelist. There we go. Never mind. He's done. Dang, now we're in a lot of trouble. Ooh, thank goodness they didn't spawn in hospital. If that hunter spawned in hospital, again, that's like a game sense situation from the hunter. I know this is like a situation you're never gonna see as hunter, but if you have game sense, you'll know. Oh, hey, this survivor is in an area that they're not really good in. Let me spawn in middle and push them more into it, so that they don't have anywhere to go but to use the good area. That's like the type of stuff I'm talking about. It's like, yeah, to be fair, this hunter probably didn't have experience with that spawn, but if they were experienced with the areas where a survivor is good at kiting and where they're not, they would know that I don't want to kite by these two pallets that I'm spawning at. I'm actually here just to transition out of here to waste hunter's time. And the fact they avoided spawning in hospital means that now I can go in hospital. That's going to be really good for us now. It's going to be tough, though, if we lag, though, that's for sure. He does have a tentacle up. Is he going to follow me, though, or is he just going through the double doors? He is going through the double doors. Not a big deal. We have the broken windows to easily counter that. So, I'm not going to be worried, even. We're also probably not going to need the broken windows. He does have a tentacle up here, which is a little bit scary. I think I will use the ball here. We're going to use the ball here, because if I don't use the ball and I use the pallet, then he's going to hit me with his tentacle on the pallet. That's a game sense situation. That's a situation that changes depending on the situation. I mean, in a different world against Feaster, I might have used that pallet, but when I know he has a tentacle, I'm not going to use that pallet. It's very different. Like right there. In a different situation, I would have used Birdcage. In this situation, I'm not going to use Birdcage because there is a Feaster tentacle right there waiting to kill me. So, we're not going to do that. In this situation, I have a window boost. Window boosts are Feaster's downfall. It's how he just gets destroyed. So yeah, I know I have that pallet there. But the window's gonna be way better. And that was really bad. That was also really bad. Tentacle. At this point, he's like YOLOing it on the mercenary because he knows this chase is not going any well for him. That is game sense at its finest. That is a perfect situation of, even though it's a seemingly easy hunter to kite, it's not if you don't know what you're doing. If I, like a numbskull, ran to that upstairs pallet when he's right next to me, he would actually be in range to hit me with a tentacle before I can drop down the hole. That would have given him free hit. That would have made the blink way easier. That would have made the blink just instantly kill me. And then he's going to play super safe. He's going to make sure that he can blink me with the hit. And I would die. He just needs that one hit. But every single time he thinks he has us cornered, we do something that he cannot counter. That his tentacle was not in the correct position for, or something he didn't see coming. So maybe if he goes against Fire Investigator more often, he might change his tentacle positions and be like, oh, I'm predicting him to not go for the pallet because he knows I have his tentacle up, so I'm predicting him to do something else. Even if he did that, we can just go around the tentacle and he's still blocked behind the ball without us worrying about getting basic. So that's like a perfect example. Two times in a row, he had us what seemed like cornered, and we use our ability to break free, and guess what? He used his ability, we use our ability, no hits are taken. And that's good for us. That's how you win that kite. Just because it's a broken area doesn't mean it's a free kite. You still have to know how to use it depending on the hunter. All that changes is that you have more options. That's all that changed in that situation. All it made it is so that it made my kite easier if I know what to do. If I were to do the numbskull play though, run straight to the pallet, I would have taken the hit with the Feaster Tentacle, most likely, unless he somehow misses it. Which, again, I'm not expecting him to miss. I'm expecting him to be a good Feaster. He's playing an off-meta hunter. He's absolutely gotta be a good hunter if he's gonna be playing a hunter like this who's at such a huge disadvantage. So, at least he has that going for him. But I'm already aware about what he's going to do. And we're using our abilities to counter what he wants to do. And every single time he has a shot, He thinks he has a shot. He tries to block us out. We do the opposite, and then we block him out. Then he's like, oh, but if you leave my tentacle, then I'll basic hit you. Nah. We're gonna ball him now. And now he's not gonna basic hit us. And now he's back to square zero. So, if that was like a no game sense survivor, they would probably run to the pallet. They would get hit by the tentacle. They would die to boot. Alright, and there's nothing they would do about that at that point. Focus on decoding? Okay. That was really scary. That was really scary. I don't know why he said focus on decoding if he's about to take a hit, but okay. This is the type of crap I'm talking about, guys, with these people. It's like they want to lose. It's like they want to lose. It's that bad. It's to that level of extent. Alright, we win though. And again, with a Kai like that, with a first Kai like that, we got 4 cybers long. Unfortunately, the mercenary went down super fast there, but for some reason, he didn't pick him up, so whatever. He didn't go down super fast. That's like a exaggeration, but compared to the fire investigator, firefighter, that was a lot worse. All right, so there you go. Has a lot to do with, like, that's the thing, and that's how you counter Hermit. Is that it's a lot less about your ability and more so about, you know, you're not gonna survive in this kind of area, so you need to use your ability to get to that area. And then once you're in that area, there's not much you can do. Let's say we were up against Hermit, right? And we're able to make it to that birdcage pallet. We would be able to do that against Hermit because there's literally a wall stopping him from hitting us. But with Feaster, he can move the tentacle and put it behind the wall. That's why it doesn't work against Feaster, but it would work against Hermit. That Kai would wildly change depending on whether it's Hermit. We would be less dependent on our ability and more dependent on our area because that's what Hermit does worst against. Areas that counter him, not so much abilities. It's not really abilities that counter him. The best abilities against him are abilities like Patient Hook, and they're not going to counter Hermit by itself. That hook has to go somewhere good to counter him. Otherwise, he's also going to do the same thing. He's going to do the exact same thing. He'll just snipe you from further away, and then you'll get hit that way. So you gotta think outside the box. You gotta be thinking, not even outside the box. You gotta be thinking, what can the hunter do to hit you? You have to do the opposite of what they want you to do, and where you're going to take a basic hit because of that, you have to fill in that gap with an ability. So not literally, because I know we were filling gaps in with our ball, but basically, like, let's say I was playing Patient, and I know he's going to block off that birdcage pallet. I would just use my hook, bounce off the side of Hospital while I still have a good angle, and then we have all the distance. There's no way he's going to catch up to us before I reach the next window or pallet. It's all about, can you reach the pallet or window before you can set up a tentacle. If you can, use the pallet or window. If you can't, you have to avoid it. So that's what you guys saw there. As I was abusing the windows that he just never had a good advantage of getting a good angle of. Every time he approached me at that window, he couldn't like put a tentacle behind it because he had no vision on the tentacle, so he can't use it. Even if he had a tentacle, he would have to be at a specific angle to make it work. That's why that birdcage window is so good. That's why the pallet is a lot less good, because you could angle your camera to still be able to use that tentacle from that perspective of birdcage once he goes around it. Not so much while he's inside Hospital though. So yeah, that's the thing about Hermit, and that's just the kiting aspect. And there's so much that has to do with game sense on kiting, and it's not just limited to Hermit. It goes for every single hunter in this game. Every single hunter in this game, even the weakest hunters in this game, like what's his name? Nightmare. It still takes game sense to know that at certain pallets he could go around, and that if you try leaving it, he can now hit you with his dash. So you have to know which pallets he can do that on, so you just avoid those pallets. The thing about Nightmare is that there's so few of those kinds of pallets that if you just kite blindly without thinking about that, chances are you're probably not going to run into that kind of pallet, because there's so few of them in general. So against those kinds of hunters, you can like get dumb luck on, you don't have to worry about it, because his ability just doesn't work on most pallets. But every single hunter's ability in this game is very good with specific pallets. Some and more than others. Like Opera Singer avoids basically every pallet. Ripper, he can avoid every pallet. But his weakness is that if he's not close to you, he can't do anything. He has to get close to you when you drop the pallet, and then he can hit you with Foggy Blade. Otherwise, Foggy is useless. You have to know that. That's something you know. So what do? You abuse boosts. Keep boosting away from him. maybe drop the powder window or vault the window while he's not close to you, so that by the time he reaches the powder window, you're not there anymore. He has to just break it normally without even being able to hit over and get damage on you. So it's every hunter in this game has some kind of thing. You have to know their weaknesses, their strengths. It just so happens that Hospital has a lot of options I could do. Does she want this spawn? That's a really bad spawn from the doctor. You should not be spawning there. A smart hunter will spawn on the right of you. You're going to be stuck in that corner. They'll corner you in. That's going to be almost an immediate hit. So that's not a good spawn. Okay. That's also an option though. Hunter could just block off your cipher. Now you're going to take 5 years to do the next cipher. So a lot of reasons that the corner house is one of the worst spawns in this game. Common misconception. It is one of the worst spawns in this game. But you could be like, okay, Segi, but let's say like they don't do the right spawn. You're still not going to do a 3 cipher kite at a corner house. There's not enough resources to do it. The window inside the house sucks. They removed the other window and made it a hole. The only reason corner house is usable is because of that one pallet in the back of corner house. The one pallet in front of it is also kind of good, but it depends on the hunter at that point. Not every hunter that's going to be good against. So we are against Ripper. The key with Ripper is we have to drop pallets while he's not next to us. And then that way, by the time he reaches it, he won't be able to hit us with a body. So we also have a huge advantage against Ripper. This is a situation where the survivor you play will make a huge difference against this hunter. We're going to be able to play a lot easier now, a lot more simpler, just because if we ever find an area we can put a ball in, just to completely block him off, he has to hit it. If he hits it, he'll lose his Foggy Blade if he has it up. So yeah, that's the key there. That's the key here. So we'll have it a lot easier against Ripper, to be fair. It'll be a lot easier than for our other teammates here. Average Sleeping is just a tough map to play Ripper on as well, though. In that Acrobat's case, I don't know what the Acrobat was doing. He literally spawned on the other side of the Ripper. He should be going to Cabin, and Cabin will be pretty good against Ripper. Especially if you start setting up some really annoying ball spots that he has to walk through. Like white balls, red balls, mud balls. Ripper dies really hard the balls if he has to walk through them, so I don't know what this Acrobat was doing. Anyway, who do you think is better, Ivy or Dreamwitch? That's tough. I think Ivy might be a little bit better. Just because Ivy has better control late game and mid game than Dreamwitch does. The problem with Dreamwitch is they've nerfed Dreamwitch's mid game, but never nerfed her early game. It means that you're basically guaranteed to get a tie with Dreamwitch, and getting anything more than that is really tough, because good survivors, they just split up so that your leeches can never work together, and obviously if your leeches can't work together, you can't sandwich them. The most you can work with is the main leech, but if you're doing that, then obviously the main leech is now not covering a cipher, so now you're getting cipher rushed. Right, but if you just leave it to one leech and rely on blink, then survivors will always keep removing leeches before you can even do anything most of the time. You're going to spend a lot of time just trying to walk after them, because good survivors will split up from each other so that their leeches will never surprise each other. That is the biggest weakness of Dreamwitch. Don't get me wrong, still insanely good and very easy to make a mistake against. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. Sometimes, yeah, maybe the leech will have blink up and maybe you'll force it out. Sometimes your other teammates might be injured. You're still screwed at that point, because you'll go on chair. Yeah, sure, they can stay split up, but they have to go rescue. They have to do something about that. So, wow, I don't know why Dev would go rescue again. You should not rescue twice in this situation. At most, Doctor can do it, because Doctor can heal herself up for free. In this situation, we had nothing to gain from that. We had literally nothing to gain from that. I'm worried about a warp. Okay, no, he just immediately went down. He didn't go down, the doctor just took it. Okay, at least the doctor can heal herself up. So this ball plays around warp right now. If we get warped on, we can immediately bounce to that pallet over there. Maybe I'm bouncing to the wrong spot, though. Maybe I should be bouncing to that window over there, actually. You know what? We're losing this game anyway. I want to see if this ball actually gets destroyed from the tram running it over. Yep, you do lose the ball. Good to know. So it's just like in Entomologist's Beast. I lost that ball. There's nothing there anymore. Okay. You do lose the ball if it's on the train tracks. Good to know. Again, we're probably not gonna tie this game, so I think it's okay to do that. Because we're really missing ciphers here. Okay, we don't have that cipher. That cipher has 0 progress. Literally 0 progress. The doctor's gonna have to go rescue again. I'm just gonna take her cipher because she's the one who has to go rescue again anyway. It's better for her to go rescue because then she can heal herself up. We don't lose any health out of it. It's more efficient. I'm not going to decode another cipher sheet because this doctor should be rescuing right now. I should not be rescuing right now. It's her job to rescue. Think about it. She's going to have to get off that cipher anyway. Okay, now I have to go rescue because that happened. Hopefully she'll like stall him out with like pallets. Again, I can always pick up the ball. The ball is reusable, so I don't really mind using the ball to make it so that our teammate can... Uh-oh. Oh, we might take a free hit here because I'm lagging. Okay, he didn't go after me, but if he did go after me, I'm 100% taking that hit. Yeah, Tram is at least as powerful as a charge attack. I mean, it stuns you for 5 seconds. So, I think it stuns more than a flare gun. Because the thing is, it technically only stuns for 5 seconds, which I think flare is a tiny bit more. But you have to count the fact that you're getting trampled over, and there's that animation. So that animation alone takes like 3 seconds. So Hunter's chasing me. We're in a lot of trouble here. He did not break the pallet. He might be going around. Yes, he is going around. Okay, he's gonna... He might go after the doctor, he might not. He might just go after the cipher again. Knowing that I can just pop it if he leaves it. Yeah. Okay, I can't do it right now, though. We have to let the doctor pass. She does make the vault, though. Yeah, Tram is psyching an additional charge, honestly. Okay, so he's very self-aware about this cipher. He's not gonna chase the survivor away from it. Who knows? So now he's gonna go back. Probably. I mean, there's not much we can do. We just have to juggle the Hunter. So she'll take a hit, but that's actually... Okay, but thing is, he's forced to pursue her now. If he doesn't pursue her, she heals up for free. Okay, unfortunately, she kind of went down there a little bit sooner than I was hoping. So we'll prime the cipher at least. Honestly, I think she should have lived longer there. Just because... I mean, if one of the pallets is gone, though... Okay, maybe she just didn't have time to drop the other pallet, but that's also possible. Okay, we might get hit by a Foggy Blade. We do get hit by a Foggy Blade. I think we're done for. Whew, the doctor having that speed bonus off of chair, though, saved her. I'm coming. Okay, we're on the same wavelength right now. We both know we had to charge the cipher. Okay, so that's good. She's got some good game sense. I'll give her that. She's got good game sense. I don't know what happened. With that rescue, because I anyway have to take over her cipher, since she's obviously going to be the one who rescues. If she doesn't rescue, then she'll take an easy Foggy Blade, like right there, because then she'll just see the doctor. Doctor's far away from chair. The way you rescue against Ripper, if you don't have like a good rescue ability, you have to get to the chair, in a place where he doesn't expect you to be. So being out of cipher, probably going to see that coming. Right? And at least we get 1 mana, so we only lose -6 now instead of -8. Thanks. Oh, that sucks. Really bad kite from the Echo. There's nothing to do about that. Maybe like a little bit different on the rescues there. Like instead of double downing on a rescue that had no hope of rebounding, we could save our health. That way we don't have someone immediately going on chair after the acrobat dies. That should not be double rescuing, especially because he already took a double hit on the first time. On the first rescue, it means that he cannot afford to go rescue. Even if he was at half health and he didn't fail that, it's still not good to do that. Because then he's going to go down, he's going to have to use a chase target after he kills this acrobat. You always found Eversleeping's music kind of soothing? Man, I played on these maps so many times, I don't remember Eversleeping's music for some reason. I can tell you what Ars Factory sounds like. I remember hospitals. I remember churches. I remember lakesides, moonlits. I don't know why I can't remember Eversleeping. I think it's because Chinatown is mixing in with Eversleeping. So I'm remembering Chinatown, but I can't remember Eversleeping. That's really weird. First mind's eye, wow. That's how you know we're losing. She's also playing on Moonlit, one of Mind's Eye's worst maps. At least like she'll maybe be able to spawn fourth stop. And if it's not Geisha or Wuchang, at least she'll have that advantage. If I was her, I would spawn on fourth stop. Because at least that way you'll waste a lot of Hunter's time just walking home. So, what's her plan gonna be? Her plan is hoping that the Hunter doesn't expect her to be there. Okay. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And this way she's gonna get more transition time if the Hunter decides, okay, it's a risky plan because if the Hunter spawns between first stop and bridge, then that would have gone horribly. Like she wouldn't immediately get chased obviously because she would walk to 10, and 10 is an okay. It's a good area. What am I talking about? It's a very good area. It just Mind's Eye is the problem. Mind's Eye is wasting so much time dropping pallets. It wastes so much time that the Hunter catches up to you so often because every single time you drop a pallet, it's taking you 5 years. We're also up against Geisha. That is exactly what we didn't want to see that I just was talking about. Geisha, Wuchang really do well on Moonlit. Mostly because of fourth stop, that if you try to kite out fourth stop against her, she just dash on the other side and hit you very often, which means you can't take advantage of there being a giant wall in your way because she'll just dash over it. Instead, it's going to be very good for her. So we're going to need pallet stuns out of the Mind's Eye. She gets one, but you're going to need a lot more than that because you don't have any abilities basically with this character. Maybe we could like toss her a ball. Where is she going to take this ball though? Where is she going to take it that actually matters? The only place it would matter is between the two stops, the two pallets over here and the two pallets over here, right in between them. That would be a good spot for a ball. But even those areas are not that good against each other. The middle area is. These areas are not. All it would do is just stall. It wouldn't even be a good counter against Geisha. It would stall. It wouldn't actually make her kite that much longer, though. If anything, we might be losing time setting it up. So that's why I'm not going for it. It just wouldn't give enough. So we'll just hope she kites better on her own. She did kite quite long. That was quite a long kite for a Mind's Eye on Moonlit. For a Mind's Eye, on Moonlit, against probably the best Hunter on this map. Now, if this was like a different Survivor, it probably wouldn't be the best Hunter on this map, but we're talking about Mind's Eye here. This is literally the easiest Survivor in the game to see her drop a pallet and you can dash over before she's ever even able to even run away or do anything else. So, we'll definitely take that. I think that was a pretty good situation, considering all the other outcomes. Most pallets on Moonlit is like, if you drop them, Geisha just dashes right over them, so it's even worse for Mind's Eye, because every other Survivor would like try to use their ability instead, after they force the dash out on the pallet. But she's got no ability. She has to pallet stun basically every time that situation happens, so. Or just mind game her. Ooh, is that full presence? That was really fast. That dash looked really fast. Was it already full presence? For her to have full presence, she has to be running insolence. That doesn't make any sense. Is she running insolence? That dash looked really fast. That looked like a full presence speed dash. I wasn't paying attention to the bell because this is like one of the Hunters that I don't like actively listen for the bell. That I'm not thinking about who this is a Hunter that might. No, she doesn't have full presence. Okay, now she's got full presence. Now you hear the bell. Okay, I was just chirping. That's a normal speed dash. Now we're gonna have the insanely fast speed dashes. Which means now, if the strength of the fast speed dash comes from the fact that it's not only harder to like moving. It's like right now she'll be able to start chase faster right now because of that full presence. Now she actually dashed to the wrong spot. I don't know why she's dashing up there, but like look at this. Now she's able to catch up to us way faster. But we might want to heal here. Honestly, I think I do want to heal here. We're just gonna have to hold Mercenary to last. I don't know, maybe this heal's not good though. She seems committed on Mercenary. You never know though. With Geisha, it's so easy to switch targets. She's hoping that you stay half health, honestly, so that she's more inclined to switch targets. So we're kind of forced to do this. Even if we don't see Toy Merchant get chased now, it indirectly forces her to not be able to chase the Toy Merchant now. Okay, problem is now she's just gonna dash across this bridge. Not even gonna pick up Mercenary. Why would she do that? Literally no point. There she is. We're in a lot of trouble here. This is a really bad area against Keisha. Maybe like this ball can block her? I don't actually know. Let's test it. Can this block the butterfly or does she go through? I'm almost certain she can go through. I don't know. Can she? Maybe the ball is big enough because if the butterfly if you lose sight of the butterfly at any point. Okay, now this area is much better because you guys see these tall walls. She can't dash on us directly because these walls are blocking her way. So that is a much better situation to be in. Compared to these pallets are garbage. She's gonna dash right over them. We're gonna hit immediately. It's like those pallets don't even exist. That's why I'm ignoring them. That's why anyone's like wondering, Psyche, why don't you just use those pallets? They're right there. And those pallets are good, right? You said it yourself. It's good. Those pallets at 10 are good, right? Not against Geisha. It's so easy for her to just go right around it. Please dash. Please dash. Please dash. God dang it. I was just hoping to pallet stun her there, honestly. We're screwed. Can I memorize where this pallet is? Don't glitch. Oh, she glitched. She didn't swing immediately, though. No, don't lag, though! What the hell, man? Okay, I don't know if that was lag or something, but that was really weird. It looked like the game froze scripted. So that kind of sucks. We honestly probably could have avoided a hit, and now we don't. We're in a lot of trouble. It's so easy for her to dash from spot to spot. At least if she wasn't full presence, we would easily be able to transition. Like by the time we see her dashing, we're already moving away before she even finishes her first dash. By the time she reaches that butterfly with normal presence, we'd already be long gone from that butterfly spot she first threw in. So that's the strength of full presence Geisha. 98% Cypher, 80%. We have a good shot here. We have a really good shot here. The nightmare about Geisha is it's really hard to finish 3 ciphers once you're on the same side of the map. You guys see we have that cipher, this cipher, and that cipher. All very easy for Geisha to dash in between from. But by some miracle, we still have one more cipher left on that side of the map. So it really all comes down to can you pop a cipher on like this same side of the map. If you can, like we did right there, then she's forced to now address the cipher across the map. It means now that we have these ciphers that are now safe to decode. Problem is now there's nothing I can do. I almost have a feeling that this wall did not load in. Okay. It must have loaded in it because otherwise she definitely would see my shadow right now. Okay, she knows that I'm here though because she walked away, she didn't have tinnitus. Now she has tinnitus again, so she's checking around. I don't even know if this rescues with. It really depends if we can like slip past her. If we can slip past her, I don't think we're gonna do it. Yeah, she fell for it, but now she dashes on me. We still have to go for it. At this point, when she doesn't have her dash up, we don't really have anything to lose. Oh, Mercenary might go down immediately here. If he does, we're cornered. We're cornered. There's nowhere for me to go now. She's just going to... I was going to say not even pick him up. We just have to hope that she commits to one side. I'm going to hope she commits to the left side, and that way we get a head start on the right side. Okay, that happened perfectly. Do we have a chance here? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have vaulted that. She actually didn't know I was there. We might have a shot here. We might have a shot here. Okay, is this off or on? Okay, let's make it on before we leave. Problem is that she'll just dash on the other side again. Okay, so it stalls it, but you don't really have a long-term response. YOLO for a dungeon, I guess? Oh no, she's not throwing her... I wish she would throw her butterfly. I think she knows her dungeon is. She's just running straight to it. Can we get a window boost here? We don't even have a window boost. We wouldn't survive that. We need a window boost there, but I already used it, having to vault that window right over there by the roller coaster. Yeah, she's kind of better than the meta survivors, I know, right? The Mindset actually played better than the average survivor. You call that a 3-gen? You can just say that by daylight. Don't worry, I won't fire you for saying that by daylight. You had a mind's eye hide basement. I would not do that if I was there. If I was them. Chat is quiet today? Yeah, chat's quiet today. Not a big deal though. No, people speak Spanish here. Oh no, that's not good. See, there's the Spanish you learn at school, and then there's the other Spanish that we don't talk about. We match with Northern Campbell. It always scares me. I'm always scared when we match with a person who has the same name as Survivor. But I think I've seen this guy before, and I think he plays pretty well. His name does look familiar. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of Northern Campbells out there, but I think he's the one. I think he's the one. Who teaches you that Spanish? Skeletor, obviously. You've seen him some Mind's Eye 5 Kai. It happens, it happens. Maybe the hunter was like a little bit weak. Maybe the Mind's Eye just knew where to cut. The issue with Mind's Eye is that even as the top player, even as someone who knows where the best areas to go are, hunters have become so strong nowadays that usually just a powder window is not gonna make you survive. Especially like something like Night Watch or Nisha. You know, you drop it just to get rid of their other abilities, but once they deal with that powder window using their ability, you still need a way to now answer them. Usually you use your own ability to counter their ability that they just used. So like, let's say it's Night Watch and he jumps over a pal you just dropped next to you, you would use a hook to get away from the Night Watch. And hopefully he doesn't have his wind up. If he has his wind up, you have to use the hook differently so that you land by like a powder window, so that when you land with your hook and that he starts using his wind, you have that powder window to immediately protect you and get behind. Okay, Hunter Spawn Factory here. I always get a little bit nervous with this area. You know, sometimes it depends from hunter to hunter. If it's like Sculptor, it's really scary. If it's like Wu Chang, if it's Wu Chang, we're in a really good spot. Makes me smile. Focus on decoding. Okay. A little bit unlucky. I know he didn't know it was Wu Chang, obviously, and that gives him a free hit, unfortunately. So that really sucks. Not much we can do about that. Hopefully now, at least he will force out a link. That's the most we can hope for now. And if we get a really good rescue, like let's say Dev gets hit on the chair and he immediately hits the rescue button immediately after the hit happens, then Prosecutor has a chance to rebound, because those chairs have a lot of good pallets and windows near each other. So like that chair and then that chair all the way in the corner, both those chairs at Deep Sandbags, they're both basically right next to a powder window. I know that Deep Sandbags one is like next to a crappy window, but against Wu Chang, it'll work. It'll work against Wu Chang. If you use that window all the way in the corner that you get chaired by, then that would be good, because when he hits the person at the chair, he's going to be on the long side of the wall, so you can easily see if he's going left or right, and just vault correctly after that. Now, it could get a little bit fuzzy if he like starts soul siphoning, or uses a bell, but they're not great abilities, because if you see him start doing soul siphon or something like that, then you can use your ability to respawn. You have plenty of time. So if we get a good rescue here, he could rebound here, especially because there's a lot of good stuff to use nearby. So we'll see here. Looks like Dev got a pretty good rescue. As soon as he got hit there, he immediately starts spamming the rescue button. So that maximizes the time the Prosecutor has to run while the Hunter's still in recovery. That's what you want to do. A good rescuer will rescue so fast that the Hunter's like only halfway done with recovery before the person's already off the chair. But unfortunately, he's just not. I think it's like the umbrellas on the windows. Like, there's not much he can do. Especially because he's playing Prosecutor. He's a lot more limited. Should we still try to rescue him? Maybe if he like pings how many magnets he has, I'll consider it. Because if he's like got 2 magnets, I believe in him. Question is, do I believe in myself? Because like right now we have wanted order. I don't really have a good ability to get to chair. We could give him tinnitus. We could stay close to chair so he can't leave now. But going for the chair is kind of risky. We can't make that. If we had elbow pads or shovels, we could make it, but it's too easy for him to bell me in the middle of using the ball. Soul siphon me in the middle of a ball animation. He's gonna break the ball now. Okay. Let's just leave the ball up. We can't waste time picking that up. Let's just go pick up the ball. It really sucks to not rescue him, but I don't know. I don't know if he would survive there. We don't know how many magnets he has. He probably used that pallet next to the chair. I don't know if he did actually. Can't say that for sure. I shouldn't say that. We don't know. The only problem is that I don't have a safe rescue. It's too easy for him to hit me in the middle of the bounce animation. It's not like Mercenary, where it's like Mercenary's practically teleporting from place to place. That's how fast his elbow pad is. With this guy, you can clearly see him sliding on the floor, and you can just swing in his direction. I can't control that. I'm stuck in the direction I'm going. So, maybe we could, maybe we couldn't. It depends too much on the hunter making a mistake, which is something I don't want to rely on. It's much safer to do this, what we're doing right now. Unfortunately, Mercenary kind of went down quickly, though, so it's not really working out. I highly doubt you're going to teleport with that. 68%. Even if you did, we'd be able to run to that window. His black form full presence bell got nerfed a while back, a long time ago, so the range is basically tiny now. So that we could literally run to that window as soon as he teleports, and he wouldn't bell me in time. We'd be out of range and we'd make it. And yet, yes, I mean that for the full presence, not just his regular presence, for the full presence as well. It's just too small nowadays. I don't know why they nerfed it. Probably low tier's complaining, if I'm gonna be honest. I guess Lawyer and me are gonna work together to get the cipher done. I'll have these balls here. I just hope he goes in a direction the ball will actually be good in. That's the one thing I'm hoping for. I hope Lawyer goes to rescue, because Lawyer can't get terror shocked. We have to work on the cipher. Why is he getting off the cipher? He can't get terror shocked. Oh, you know what? Here's the thing. It might look dumb that he's doing that, but here's the thing. You can actually cancel the hit animation so that you can immediately start decoding again, and the hit animation is not stopping you from decoding. So he's probably trying to do that just in case he gets hit. I would do that too. I would do that too if I were him, if I was playing Lawyer. Even though it's not going to terror shock me, it's just faster. It's just faster to do that. Am I going to get blocked by this barrel if I try to bounce off this ball? Dude, I've had this situation so many times, and every single time it glitches me through. Okay, that time there was no glitch there. Just straight up allowed me to slip right past. Perfectly placed ball so that we can also walk through if we need to. Okay, that's a problem. Man, I love how frequently you can use the ball, though. It's so crazy good. Oh no, he has Soul 7. We have to stay here. Because if I leave, then... we could also vault earlier if I want, because those barrels are protecting me. I'm pretty sure we can make it without a hit here, so I'm not even going to use my ability. Yep, we absolutely would have. Absolutely would have. I know he went after the Lawyer there, but we definitely would have made it. I don't know, man. This game's still not looking good. He can still see my shadow across the map is the problem. He can literally see where I'm standing. Right? Right? He should. Okay. I'm behind a tall wall, so now he's left guessing. Okay, and he guessed incorrectly. But now we're forced to run away from Gabe. No, I don't think we're gonna make it. We can use the ball. Please! Oh my god, imagine if that pushed him into the pallet for the stun. Oh no, no, no. This is not good. This is not good. Okay, you know what? This is actually good because we're going around this window. Now this window is good. Okay, not if he goes around. He's leaving, but I just pinged. Okay, he doesn't have detention though. Okay, but Lawyer's still dead. Okay, but Mercenary lives. So Mercenary's fine. What if he teleports on me and surprises me though? I have to be by a window or pal just in case. I gotta think of the options. I'm just saying that... Ooh, okay. That's not a big deal. Again, there's no way this guy's gonna kill us. He needs exactly blink. None of this mind game BS is gonna work on me. He's gonna need actual abilities here. He's gonna need real abilities here. No mind game BS. On a wall that long, I'm not gonna fall for it. It's too easy for me to clearly see. Okay, I don't know why he did this, because he can't break the pallet. He should have at least stayed next to the window so that he can vault the window while having his umbrella. Okay, now he's throwing his umbrella. He threw it incorrectly, though. Okay, that's a problem. Maybe we can cancel it? Unfortunately. That was pretty... See, there we go. That's what I was talking about, that he needs to come across the window side, and then that kind of leaves us with fewer options. I wonder how we could have played around that. I wonder what I could have done. You know what I should have done? You know, I should have just stayed by the... that was so dumb of me. I should have just stayed by the window, because I should have known that if he vaults the window, we would just make it to that other pallet. I wasn't thinking that there's another pallet there. Because by the time his vault finishes, his umbrella would already end. It only lasts 5 seconds, so by the time his vault ends, you know, he wasted too much time before that, so... By the time it ends, yeah, I should just stay by that window, because I know that umbrella's about to end, and if he goes around at that point, it's gonna be too late, so that was actually a mistake by me. We could have maybe won there, depending on where dungeon is. We also had an ability there, so we could also block him off at any point. It's just a lot harder against him, because he can, like, umbrella past him. So, yeah, what's your opinion on Faro Lady? I haven't yet played her. I'll give you a better opinion when I play her, and play her better for myself, but just reading her ability... I don't really know how good Faro Lady's gonna be. I think she's a little bit weak. I don't think it's gonna be worth it, honestly. She's definitely better than Prisoner, that's for sure. The problem is it's very rare. It's very rare to have extra progress on ciphers. The only time you will have it is if people are dumb doing extra ciphers. In which case, you're supposed to not do that. So I'm not gonna really count that. The only other situation is Hermit. That's really the only other situation you have extra progress on other ciphers that you don't want the progress on. I don't think she's gonna be that good. The other problem with the ability is that it activates too soon. It activates from 18 meters away, which is a big problem because 18 meters away, that's still quite a bit of distance. You're going to be still in the middle of transitioning the hunter before you even start kiting. So I don't really like that. The only time that would be good is if the hunter teleports or warps on you or surprises you somehow like a witching umbrella or something like that. Then obviously you'd use your ability immediately at that point. But the fact you have no control, I don't understand why they did that. Why was that something that devs did? That you can't control the ability? It's something I completely don't agree with. I feel like it should be a toggleable ability, if that's even a word. It should be an ability that you can toggle. And that when you toggle it, if it detects you in the 100 radius, then it works. But otherwise, it should be like Flare Gun, where if the hunter's not nearby, it just doesn't let you use it. I don't understand why it's not like that. So, 3 p.m. Thank you for adding me. Sorry the session wasn't too good. Did he like message me? Assuming we were gonna stop. And escape artists that can do ciphers fast? Not really. She actually just does it in the same speed as Prisoner. And Prisoner's not really known for decoding ciphers fast. So not really. Not really, if I'm gonna be honest. So what does she have? She has better kite than Prisoner. I think she has a worse ability when it comes to decoding, though, than Prisoner. At least with Prisoner, there are more often times where you have a cipher across the map that's almost done but not done. With Faro Lady, there's very rarely times where you have an extra cipher that your team just cannot work on anymore. Why would you ever take cipher progress from that cipher that have more progress? Just go do the cipher at that point. So that's why it's not really a good ability. The only time you wouldn't be able to do the cipher is if the hunter's just camping it. So, okay, what's your team name for IVT? I don't really want to reveal it. I just kind of want to keep it a secret for now. You'll know when you see, because I'll be playing. We'll have it on PM. I don't know what PM means. Someone says go read PM, and I thought they meant DM. Oh no, people are friending me. I don't have space on my friends list. So you should get rid of the red dots. I know, but I'm waiting to get more of these these button things so that we can open them all at the same time. Check post-match. Oh, yeah, let's check post-match. Okay, listen, I know that was really bad, but Seki, I will carry you, trust add me. If you rescued me, the rebound would have been mine. No, wrong face. Oh, this is the lawyer player. There we go. I was like thinking someone just ran. This person was in our match, that's why. I have a feeling your T is B for you is too full for them. They're too closed off. I'll tell you one thing. No, I'm not in B for you. No. That's for sure. The reason I don't want to say is because I don't want B for you knowing. That's the whole point. So that much I can tell you. That much I can tell you. Dude, I gotta go use the bathroom again. I'm gonna leave the audio on for the computer so I can hear it though. Are you on for after? No. Let me carry you in my awful shovels? No. No way. We gotta win. We have to be B for you. Not gonna win with awful shovels. That sink sound is loud, yeah. We don't really use this bathroom that often. The only person who uses this bathroom, I guess, is me, because I stream down here. Outside of that, I'm not really here that often. Maybe I'll like play on my computer or something like that. Of course we got Leo's memory, but why wouldn't we? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a wax on her anymore. She can just use these walls. If she drops this pallet, I don't know why she's not dropping the pallet. Okay, so we'll just take the hit then. That's pretty good. Pretty good start. And she's running away from Shed. Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what she needed to kite me, and now she's in a lot more trouble. We get a lot of free wax hits here. Let's see if she drops down. Nope, she's not dropping down. If she were to drop down, I would just already be going around the stairs, and then she'd be cornered. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do anything here, though, still. We'll stall quite a bit. Mistake by me. I meant to do 96, not 100. Just so we can get a free hit on her, and then... Really, I don't think she thought that through. Why can't you hit them? That's so weird. The professor messed up. Yo, can I not lag? Did we still hit him? No, we didn't. That would have been ways. I would love to go after Lizard now, because we probably can't find the gardener at this point. Oh, I know exactly where she is. Okay, it looks like she's running over there. Is there any cipher I can teleport to? Yeah, we'll just go here. I don't know what's going on with the sound. Man, you already got enough points to buy something? Your kite sucks! How do you already have this many points? I'm telling you guys, it's literally just because they have 3 hits. Because they have 3 hits, their kite just lasts way longer. I don't think the points are fairly distributed after that. It should be more fairly distributed, like considering that they have 3 health, they shouldn't be rewarded as much per second on the kite. I'm pretty sure it awards them the exact same amount as in 1v4, which is ridiculous. Okay, well, someone's nearby here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Because I just got an 8% what is it called? 8% attack recovery buff, which means someone is near a knockdown person. That's what that means. Okay, if I had teleport, we would pursue that, but I don't have teleport, so we're just gonna go straight for the chair. Okay, with this lag though, we're not gonna make it. I think we're just gonna play one 2v8 match today because I'm not gonna play the game with like lag like this. It was already lagging when I was playing Survivor. I'm just happy it wasn't during any important moments. Well, I mean, we did take that one Geisha hit that one time, which was pretty annoying. That was pretty annoying to be fair. Okay, that sucks. This Gardener was pretty smart. She left immediately. I don't even know if it's worth chasing. I should have just stayed on the Gardener, right? But I was hoping this Explorer would just be dumb and assume that I wouldn't go after him, and then we get a free hit on him. Looks like that was not worth it. That was definitely not worth it. We're not gonna... This is so bad for Wexers. We just died here. Okay, we'll take that though. That's really good for us. I definitely prefer the cold wax here. I definitely want to be blocking off these windows and pallets. It's kind of annoying. I don't really know where he is. I have to be careful here. Did he try to hide in the middle of this kite? Yeah, he did. Okay, at least it wasn't too bad. Considering how bad of an area that is for my hunter that I'm playing right now, I'm actually pretty happy with that result. And hopefully we can just find the Gardener. It looks like she's getting killed up though. She's probably by like a phone booth or something. That was a huge mistake. I should have just gone after her. Something going on here? Is there like a flare gun I need to worry about? I was like thinking maybe I need to protect him. Okay, Doctor's up there. I literally see her. We'll take the Rage Potion just because... Alright, he's trying to farm owls off of me. Sorry, not gonna work. He's probably gonna go to the chair now, I'm guessing. We're just gonna buy that pill, that Rage Pill. It is pretty helpful in 2v8. And we're probably not gonna get another chance to go on a... What the hell? Probably not gonna get another chance to go on I think his owl's about to run out. Okay, we hit the barmaid anyway, so it's fine. Definitely gonna prioritize the Explorer this time. And if he has a flare gun, so be it. But he does not. We're gonna turn this off. Probably should have turned it off sooner. I had it there just in case like they flare gun me or something. He has a second owl? Who is he farming with owl? Did he just fly me or did I just shoot him? Does this actually block him from getting owls on me? I hope it does. He's definitely going to be running now, but he's actually been on chair already. He's been on chair. This was someone's target. Okay, so he's... Ooh, that actually touched us. That's really annoying. Now he's dead here. He's being way too aggressive with that flashlight. Problem is that flashlight is really bad on Lewis Mary because of random trash like this that Hunter can just hide behind. So if you try to be the aggressor, because he knows if he runs away, he knows that if he runs away that I can just wax him again. So he's trying to push into me so that I can't use the wax. But that's the problem. I just hide by an obstacle. He's forced to get closer. We hit him. Terror shock maybe? Okay, that's okay. We recover instantly. So she's still scared of a terror shock. I'm okay hitting anybody here, honestly. Okay, we hit no one. That's pretty bad. Again, I'm okay hitting anyone here. And there's no pallets here. Not the biggest deal, but it would have been better not to hit that. I really despised the waxing feature on Wax Artist. I hate how it's like this set distance away from you, so you can't just tap it. He would just be dead right here, but unfortunately there's not much I can do now. This wax is not going to be helpful at all anymore. But at least he's dead on chair. I'm thinking we break this pal and then we teleport away. Something's going on over there. Let's see if it's inside or outside. I hear the lizard. I hear my teammate breathing. I hear my teammate swinging. Alright, let's see which side. Is this side? I don't know what he's doing up there. Why is he swinging? Is someone sitting up there? Okay, yeah, looks like someone must have been there. What are these choices? Okay, so that was a choice. That was definitely a choice. What else do you have? Alright, he's just trolling. His name is Stolas? Has-been Hotel Enjoyer? Or not Has-been Hotel. You guys know what I mean. Hello, boss. Oh shoot, did I max out on points? I'm already 10,000. Perfect 10,000? Did I just max out? I don't... Maybe I maxed out. Dude, Waxers just gets points so fast. It's insane. He gets a lot of it from just waxing people. We get 300 for waxing them. You get like an extra 300 for during waxing them. How do I even explain this? You guys see the reach max to C points right now? I'm getting points for waxing the survivor very much. Okay, unfortunately I can't get hot wax on her, but we'll still get a hit at least. We'll have a slow pallet break, which kind of sucks. Is she about to flare gun me? Oh no, that's an illusion. I thought that was someone running over. I was like, wait, there's a second one? With the exact same skin? No way. Alright, this Gardener will take a lot of wax here. This pal will not protect her from it either. She could try to fly wheel, but it's impossible to fly one time. I always wait against these like veteran bonus survivors. If you're like time it perfectly, you could probably hit it, but Waxer's swing is kind of slow. So if you mess up even a little bit, you're just straight up miss. So I don't want to go for it, especially because it's Speed Pill. If it weren't for Speed Pill, I might have gone for it still. But Speed Pill makes it almost impossible. The combination of Speed Pill plus the hit bonus doesn't really matter what survivor at that point. It's just Gardeners will last longer after you miss. That's the difference. Okay, so now we're at full deduction. No, maybe we're not. Maybe the deduction we're missing is just cheering survivors and killing them. Yeah, there we go. I got plus 800 for killing. There should be a survivor here somewhere. Is she crouching behind the cipher? Oh no, she's just invisible. Okay. There she is. She did not drop down. She's got a flare gun? Oh no. No, she's got a perfume. Okay, unfortunately not much I can do about this. I know I probably could have shot her while I was waiting there, but I just want to make sure I don't screw anything up. She does have a flare gun. She's switching between two items. I was like thinking, she can't have perfume and flare guns. So I'm actually going to hit her here because the recovery is so fast that she's still forced to use the flare gun. So that's okay. Okay, there is a patient on the map, so I'll just say that I'm over here chasing this person so he knows that not to come here. That if there's going to be a patient, the patient's probably not nearby. It's kind of annoying. This is the kind of the annoying thing about 2v8. So if this was 1v4, she'd already be dead by now. She wouldn't have had a chance to use this ability for a second time, so really obnoxious. What the heck? I'm just blind. She's just blending in with the snow. I'm just blind. Again, I always wait. Flywheel as well. It's also good to wait for Flywheel in case they like think you're gonna basic at them, but I mostly just wait just because I'm worried about the what's it called. Because the speed pull plus the hit bonus is very easy to just run in a straight line. He can't hit you in time. He would have to guess which direction you're gonna run into, which I mean it's like a 50-50. Are they gonna run forward or run behind? To the side you'll probably hit, right? You think people will make a team name called B4U now that the original team became real? I don't think they can do that. Can they do that? Wait for some non-existent culito. Gotta be driving me nuts. Alright guys, I think that's gonna be it for today. You close it so fast. I'm not gonna keep that on the screen. You kidding me? These messages are getting a little bit too personal. I know. They are a little bit too personal. feel like they're asking the wrong person. They must have got me confused for someone else. Anyway, guys. I think that's it for today. For the stream psyche, thanks for the stream psyche, and good luck next. Thank you so much, legendary character. You're hiding something. I got that pussy in me. Alright, guys. I'm gonna take care of Creeper shirt. Yeah, Creeper shirt. We got the Minecraft shirt. This is a Minecraft Earth shirt. I would have never guessed. The only way I know is because there's a tag that says Minecraft Earth on it. Anyway, guys. Thank you so much for coming to this stream. I think we're gonna end it here. So people don't know Sprinter speaks Spanish? I didn't know Sprinter speaks Spanish. I didn't know Sprinter spoke at all. Okay. Alright, easy on the jokes, like easy. Okay, yeah. I don't hear Sprinter talk a lot, though, real talk. Of course he talks, but I just don't hear him talk a lot. Anyway, guys, Nord Booty Snack. Let's discuss the game. I have some unique insights. No! Get your name sorted. I'm not talking to you. I'm just kidding. I just don't have space in my friend list. Sorry. Nord Booty Spanker, or whatever your name is. Alright, guys. Nor Booty Spanker. We think on the same wavelength. But I'm sorry. I can't friend you just based off of that. Fast time, bye Segi, bye chat. You got time for fast move, Luca? I thought you said you were busy, or was it someone else who was busy? You said someone named Bree? Is it the same Bree here? Canned green beans. I didn't even read your name. I didn't even read your name at the first time. I just saw your comment. Now I'm not reading your name. My goodness. It's still a better name than what we just saw in the game. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go now, guys. Thank you so much for watching this stream. If you enjoyed the stream, go check out my other streams. I have a playlist down in the description below. You can also join my Discord. Yeah. Thank you so much. See you all next time. Monday, Thursday. Probably see you tomorrow for the rank stream. Playing the new characters. So yeah, guys. I'll see you later. Take care of this. Peace out, everybody.